And I'm like, D&D, and then I get in the shower.
I woke
You
up
think
and
some
thought,
fucking
thank
lying?
God I called into work last night.
So,
I was gonna die if I went in.
since last we left off, you
I
had
couldn't
discussed
Couldn't when I came back because I've been up so long.
Yeah.
you had discussed a handful of things with a handful of the Fae. You've convinced the Winter Fae, the Fall Fae. In those instances, they're like the gray and orange ones, or like brownish ones. And then you've almost convinced the Summer Court, the Cyperos, Siana, and Aaron Baver. Aaron Baver's the guy that Atosh was like, bro, the sun's nothing but a star. Even when you're there, we're still there. That was that guy.
Yeah.
Siana and the Cyperos
Good
are
line,
the
good
two
line.
that were they were interested in, they were like the gossip ones that you were talking to at the end, and then Sarissa was the one that Batuk has been speaking with for a while now. So again, some of the motives that these people might have are interest in the material plane, interest in dragons, interest in gaining legitimate favors, to cement the Seelie or establish the Unseelie, to break alliances or to generate alliances. And then there are existing alliances on the sheets, so you'll probably still have to reference the other sheet since the other ones, the little QBs are just names. It doesn't give you any title or that. And then I use the same color convention, so if you're like, hey, which color is this again, I can help. All that to say that we're still in the Fae court trying to court favor with some of the Fae. You would know, for the gamism purpose of it, that if ever there's someone in the circle with Tirlak, Morin, Ros, or Pentahir, that they will side with you if it's in their the fall court. Russ won't, unless it's in her interest. She won't side with you. Pentahir will side with you, and then the two from the winter will side with you. The two that are more willing to hear you out and won't be to your detriment, or the four that are that way. I'm sorry, are the four that are marked as almost convinced. So it'd be Sarissa, Aaron Baver, Siana, and Lysiperos. The others that are the night of it's night, dusk, any of the wild, the other one from spring, or two from spring, one from dawn.
I doubt pretty smart.
And then two from
So hold on, time out. Which ones
So-
quickly? Which ones were already pretty much on our side?
so Tirlak and Morin are the two that are they're the winter. So as soon as you showed up, they were already on your side.
They're like, yeah, fucking gang, let's go.
And then Pentahir will actively try to help you outside of his best interest. Rose will only agree and help you if it's within her interest.
She's the one who's like flippy floppy.
She's the one that said, "Come to me when it's time to vote."
Got it.
Yeah.
And was the night like the flip side of the coin, depending on which.
And the
platform
maybe
she's on.
people were Sarissa,
Aaron Baver,
Lysiperos.
Lysiperos, and Siana. Those are the ones that, as of now, they won't be to your detriment in a conversation. They're more willing to hear you out. They won't fight for you, but they are more willing to hear you out.
You said Sarissa, Lysiperos, Sienna.
Yeah, Aaron Baver.
Aaron Baver. He's yellow.
Aaron Baker.
Beaver.
There he is.
So you gotta tap them if they're pretty much, and then you gotta go, yeah, maybe I'll, you know.
I copied you.
Yeah.
And then you turn them upside down if they're absolutely not going to help you.
Just flip them over.
Or if we kill one of them, then it's just like.
I mean, I
flip
just
them
like
upside down.
I tap them going left there, yes. Right, maybe.
That is,
If that works for you, sure.
boy, that's a way to organize it.
Man.
I can feel the regret in that decision.
I'm understanding it perfectly fine.
Until we talk for 30 minutes and.
No, because I will always I'll just be able to go back to the ones that I know, which I'll just look at the winter. It's like, okay, I did it this way for the winter. That means this is the baseline.
This is
for
Farmer
what
Dan.
is.
This is fucking Farmer
It
Dan.
is. So, winter. The black ones are night, right?
I'm sorry.
The black
this
ones
is
are night. The
way more
dark
organized
purple
than
ones
Farmer
are.
Dan could ever be.
The dark purple one is dusk, and then the blue ones are the wild.
The blue ones are the white.
Yeah, I don't know.
Red
fucking
is
whatever.
summer, right? So red was summer.
Though I fully believe that Farmer Dan has a system like this for the harvest.
Tell me the other colors again. What about spring? Who's spring?
Spring is the green ones.
Green. Okay. I'm organizing it so it matches the chart. What about dawn?
Dawn is yellow. Or no, I'm sorry. Dawn is orange, like the
Orange.
more bright orange. And then yellow is day, and the brown is fall.
Cool.
And red is summer. Yeah, you got it.
Cool, cool, cool.
And then on my end, I'm just gonna move some of these NPCs around. So last we left off, all four of you, conveniently, all four of you are all talking to Lysiporus at dawn, who was basically attempting to say, just make these people agree at all, and I'm in. Just, basically do that. And I've moved him to semi-convinced. He could be fully convinced by making him believe that the Seelie Orange Seelie is coming to fruition, right? That's the way to do it. I also want to note that Batuk has said he wants to try to wedge and break the bond between, I believe it was winter and night, for the Alliance. I can double check on that. No, I'm sorry, not winter. Probably day and night.
We're gonna put the wild over here.
Or
He was messing with day and night.
yeah,
fucking
day.
care.
Yeah,
I'm like,
day.
I don't need
The-
you.
He
You're
was
just
trying
gonna break the
to
numbers.
see
You're
if he
not
could
even
break
real.
the
You
bond
don't even
between
go
the
here.
day and the night courts,
We don't need
and
you. Niggas.
curry
You just gotta
favor
round
with
up
her
the
in that
numbers.
manner.
Yeah.
So that's where we left off.
These people are better at hope that if I realize I'm losing an argument, I'm gonna pull out the most bullshit answers. Because now that I'm wrong in the argument, I'm just gonna use fairy tales. I'm just gonna start
Yeah.
spouting bullshit until
Yeah,
I
I mean,
win.
a classic Avon.
All right.
It's like, if I can't win, I can make you lose.
Drag it down to my level.
That's the Farmer Dan special.
I think we're all learning a little bit from Farmer Dan.
It's about time.
I am ready, and I've moved a bunch of these NPCs around largely randomly to have people conversing. There's, of course, still at least one person on each platform. I'm gonna say that Batuk makes his way over to Winter and is going to, or I'm sorry, he's gonna work on.
What color's winter again?
Winter's the white, the light gray. He's gonna go mess with. So presently, Aaron Baver from the day court is holding his court over there, and he's speaking with Jorlias from the spring court. So he's gonna go over there and see what he can do over there, but he's largely not gonna be a participant because he's not here. So.
Unless anyone wants to Chandler Batuk.
What color's in the night court? The black ones?
Black.
The black bear.
And presently at the night court would be the
You trying to
lantern.
copy my
There
notes?
are several
There
people.
should be two
actually.
black ones. Oh, you have two. I guess he has a twin now.
I think it's his.
Oh yeah,
Are
it
you
is.
missing one?
I'm missing one.
Yeah, there you go. There was one that just kind of got stuck to something. It was like, yeah, it'll show up eventually.
So true.
There is quite the crowd at the night court right now,
Uh-huh.
consisting of both of the people from the night court, Chilas and the Lantern King, all speaking together.
The night court?
At the night, at the day court is Aaron Baver, Jorlias, and Batuk. I'm gonna move Batuk off the board just so we can not do that. Panta here has gone over to speak with the Spring Court, who is Sienna right now, who you were just speaking with about the gossip. And other than that, the Spring Court is presently empty. Summer Court is just Sarissa right now, though the Batuk business has just finished up, as he's trying to hatch the plan to bridge the divide and break the alliance between the day and the night.
Okay. So Chelas, the Lantern King, Bear, and Nick Nevin are all in the night court together.
Presently, yes.
I think we should talk to Dim because there's 4 people right there who aren't on our side yet.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We can just try and.
I will also let you know that
I think
there
it's gonna be easier
is
to pick them off one at a time.
there is
It's a lot easier.
I was just gonna fucking go for it.
It's
There
a lot
is
easier to
higher
blow 'em off when
DCs.
they're in a group.
there's higher DCs when there's more talking heads,
Oh,
and there can be a lot of conflicting ideas. So if you're trying to single out people who try to curry favor with some people that are a little easier to convince, you'd go to Dusk, where you have an ally, but also Dorian, who was standoffish with you.
Yeah, Dorian's by himself.
And he's
Boys.
presently with somebody who is allied to you, so they will favor you actively. Or you can go to Day and speak with Drolias and Aaron Baver, who Aaron Baver can't be to your detriment in this conversation.
And Drolias is someone we need, or we might need. What do you want to do? My queen of the stars.
Yeah, Moonbeam. Silver Moonblade.
I'm gonna go talk to Dorian.
Dorian sounds like a good choice.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
presently it's Dorian and Tierlac.
Mm-hmm.
Tierlac.
One of the things that
Tierlac, sorry.
one of the things that you've come to know about Tierlac already is that Tierlac has some favors, like all of these people have fae that they would like to deal with, right? And Tierlac, Bear, and Dorian actually have a copacetic relationship between the 3 of them. And so they're speaking to each other, catching up, but also speaking to each other about the establishment of the Unseelie, and seeing it as a great opportunity. And Tierlac is actually kind of setting the stage for you as you're entering, and is saying to the effect of, with the establishment of with the Court of Stars returning to the court properly, that the Unseelie would be an easier make now rather than later. While change is afoot, this is a good time to persuade and move that agenda forward. And you do notice that when you kind of get within earshot, it seems like he notices you coming from a while away, and he's talking at a normal volume, and then as you're growing, his volume is going down, but you can still hear him, and so he is continuing. He's continuing to say you'd see it as he's trying not to show his hand and trying not to control conversation as you approach, because the Winter Court has been in large deference to you guys, even from when you entered.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna.
I tell you all that. Well, almost all of you that.
Well, yeah, I will respond to that and say,
To our
should we just?
Brain phone.
Should we just? Yeah, to the brain phone. Should we just? Should we just help them do the Unseelie Court thing? Because if they're all Unseelie Court, then they can all vote us in: night, winter, dusk, and fall.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
then
Feel like
we
a
just
domino.
have to get one of the others from the Seelie Court to get us in.
I have thoughts on this. I just can't contribute.
Oh, okay.
True.
True.
True facts. Also, of note, you don't have to actually establish the Unseelie Court.
Mhm.
You can make it appear as though that will happen.
Ah, yes. make it as appear as if it will happen. Do we want to?
Like you can basically play the game that Rose is playing at the Fall Court, where yeah, you have the votes. Just let me know. And then when it comes time, they have to recognize you first, and then you can say
Oh fuck! I don't know about fucking over.
I'm not saying you should.
Do
I'm
I
saying
have
you could.
any prior knowledge of the fuckery that is the Fae? Like from my research, from the Library of Langcap, to just whisperings.
So you do. You can roll a history check for me.
Roll a history check.
And I will allow you to do so at advantage because of the fact that you had just spent the last 2 weeks training with people that were teaching you about the Fae courts.
Whatever. That was a 16. You all saw that. That's a 19 though.
Very
That's
cool.
better.
20.
20.
That's not right.
There's no way.
Because
There's no way.
It's the document. It cut off the 0. It's at
So
10.
200.
10 plus 29. That's better.
29. Okay.
29. You can look. You see it's fucking.
Oh, you
marked.
have a
No, I remember you
10.
complaining.
Yeah, I have a
You have a
10.
10, not a 1.
Yeah, it's the document that cut
Okay,
off.
got it,
Remember,
got it,
fuck, I couldn't get fucking
I
one.
was trying to do the math, whatever. So on a 29, you would know that in general the Fae have always been in contention. It has ebbed and flowed. There has been some consistencies with where the power ebbs and flows, or where the power is retained. When like the strongest tides have been traditionally in the summer and the night courts, especially in most recent times with the night. But their backstabbery is a thing in these courts. It's not looked down upon. You just have to take that as we either didn't send the most cunning person we could have, or that this person was a greater negotiator than I thought, and it's like a whoopsie on me more than we got to get that back.
It's a don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly.
He's giving me straight up permission to be a
I was already ripe and ready to go for
That
this
is
shit.
not to say that in the future they will not make it everyone's problem.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
But
Cool.
yes, you can absolutely be like, totally got this. Now, if you're found to be lying, that obviously works to your detriment. So like, if you go there and tell them yeah, and the whole time I need to ask then if that is going to be the method by which. The reason I moved Lysiperos is because he doesn't care which one you do, and Farmer Dan showed interest in doing either of them. All good. So he's like, okay, cool. These people mean business. I can get something out of them. And so it's a trade 1-for-1, right? Your guys are going to help him establish one of the courts, and he's going to establish you as a court, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I marked him as almost because he doesn't know which one's going to be done yet. Is largely the reason.
So I will nudge Felix and walk up to the Tierlock and Dorian and Bear, you said?
At the dusk, it's just Tierlock and Dorian.
Okay. Whoopsies. And I will kind of catch their end of their conversation and kind of lay that out and say, hey, if I know we want to be established as the Star Court, and that's kind of why we're here, and that's what my queen would like, because she is the rightful returning heir of the Star Court, flowery language. And if you recognize us first as the Star Court, we will help you establish the that says Unseelie, right? We get it right. The Unseelie Court between
not on board with this at all.
fall, dusk, winter, and night. Felix, hey, you're here with me.
I'm here, yeah.
You can interrupt. You can hit me. Fucking stab me.
Yeah, it's like just because
if I'm fucking the game, let me know.
It's like we were all together at the Dawn Court previously.
Correct.
We were, yeah.
It's like, so I'm saying that I'm still with you guys.
No.
And you just kind of see Farmer Dan's eyes get really big as you say that.
I'll message you. What's up?
You really? What's up, burps in your brain?
1000%. I'm in character, dude. I'm in character.
You're always in character.
I don't leave the character until I leave the table. I'm in character until another campaign comes along.
You sure we wanted to make the promise of forming it the Sealy Court? I think Unseelie Court.
We will give you our vote for the Sealy Court if you help us establish first. I feel like that's a ding in your head. I feel like that's an even exchange. There's no, like, I need to clean your house and then I'm a fucking indentured servant for 5,000 years. No, it's just give you a vote. Okay, cool.
No, it's just all the progress we've made has been with the Sealy people.
Oh. I don't care. I'm here right now. Winter are the homies, so I went.
To be fair,
Do I have this wrong? No, I'm right. Winter on the bottom.
to be fair, the two winter people you've already had, and then the people that you've talked to, Luciferus doesn't care which way you go.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants either of them. Even though he's at Dawn, and technically it would be a Sealy Court, he said, I don't care which one. So he'd be okay with it on Sealy Court.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sarissa's not convinced because of Sealy or unsealy. It was because Batuk told her that he's going to go break an alliance.
Yeah.
So, and then
Sienna... That's forming a bigger alliance.
Sienna was just happy to have heard the gossip and is all for the matriarchy rather than the patriarchy.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we could take it a step further and make the Sealy and unsealy court. Just make everyone into two halves. And then they'll be right where they started. And then this Court of Stars could have even more power because they'd be a tiebreaker.
So, as you say that, I'm going to say you have the ability to have both conversations because as you say that,
yeah.
and
Felix
then you
wouldn't think of any of that.
You point at Farmer Dan and be like, what, dude? Dorian speaks to you and does say, I'm a bit confused. When you originally showed up, I told you to join us in the Unseelie. And now you come back and tell me that you will. So I just would ask what changed. You just came from Dawn.
We found that some people are just really against letting the Star Court rejoin, even though it was unjustly wiped out by an outside force, and now the rightful heir has returned, and all of a sudden there's, oh, we don't have a place for the Star Court anymore, even though the stars are, he's dusk, even though the stars are a part of dusk, just like they are a part of the morning and the night, and the sun, and the summer and the day. We are the stars, and I'll go into that whole spiel. The stars are everything. You map directions on, you sail the stars. As the seasons change, the constellations change. So we have changed our leadership forcefully. It seems like everybody's against it. So if we want to become part of the court again, then we realize we must play this, I gesture to the whole room, we must play this political, I'm not going to say game.
As you are waving around this, and he goes, no, finish it.
This political life. yeah.
The life. I see.
Yeah.
It's an interesting... I told you you're the Lord of Prophecy.
Yes.
Shakespeare.
Confidence.
Shakespeare over here.
As he says, I pull out a baguette.
So you should know how this goes then, right?
I've never been to the court. How can I know how this goes?
Well, prophesy.
Prophesy? You got it.
So...
I got it.
If you already know how this is going, I suppose you would see...
A prophecy is not a certainty. It's something that might come to pass. It's something to be fulfilled. If I say what's an animal in the Fey realm that they would know? It's not an elephant. What's an animal in the Fey realm? A pixie. If I say don't think of a pixie, what do you think of? You think of a pixie.
I thought of your blue fucking face.
Wow, this guy's a fucking dick. You're an
Turns to Felix, this guy's a dick!
God damn.
Yo, he got you.
I am simply suggesting that if it is prophecy, that means it will come true because of actions taken by people. So that would mean, and I would just ask, you would be able to predict which courts, if any, are going to vote for you to become unseelie and become an established court.
Mm-hmm.
So you should be able to just know and pick. And
I'm listening. I promise I'm listening.
I know.
Currently finding a spell.
So my confusion is, if you know how this goes and you're approaching me with first no desire to join an unseelie court, and then later come back and immediately go to establish this court. I'm a bit confused as to where the change was, and again, I ask you to prophesy then, which of these courts are going to vote for you?
Which of these courts are going to vote for me? I shall prophesy.
It's like
I will cast.
It's like
Whoop, back.
I will say, having traveled with him for some time, it's like prophecies. It will tell you a result. It may not tell you the full story to get to the result.
I don't care about the story though.
Yeah.
I just want to know the end.
Well,
Flip
yes.
to the back of the book or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's like you ask why we came to you
My
with
spell
one idea first, and then
Bunch
we
of fucking
came to you with a
screws.
different idea now. We have better understanding of how that story unfolds.
That is an interesting way to say it. I would
just
simply
mass suggestion, everybody. Just drop mass suggestion. Don't think that'd work.
Yeah, I'm sure that would go over well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that charm effects are great here.
I'm pretty sure Fae are immune to charm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the joke.
Pretty sure.
There's like 2 people in this entire room that can be charmed right now, and it's Batuk and Zadius.
I don't think Batuk can be charmed.
I'm not sure.
Well,
Also,
but
if he's
we're
standing
next
next
to
to you,
you.
no, he can't.
It's like, well, I'm just saying that, assuming it's just the 4 of us nearby.
Okay.
I was like, huh?
I'm gonna
It's like,
ask.
no, but
I'm
you-
gonna
you
I
cast.
forgot you do that.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Would you like me to prophesy then? What's your question then? Because you can't just say, "What will the outcome of your efforts be?" You must ask, "What will the outcome of my efforts be if I ask dusk, summer, and fall?" If you just ask what the weather is one day, it can change on a dime.
Not on the day. I'm simply asking, which courts? There are 8. Are voting for you.
Mm-hmm. What color is this one? Dawn.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. I will cast divination.
Uh-huh.
I'll pull out a crystal ball that I don't really use for it, because that's not really my spell focus, but I'm going to do it.
He's bringing up the ball, but in the other hand, it's bread.
Well, on the other hand, it's incense and a sacrificial offering appropriate for my religion, even though I'm not fucking religious, so it's bread.
Yeah.
Together, we're
Bread
at
is
least
your
25
religion.
gold. That's a lot of fucking bread.
The incense is expensive.
I like the idea that it's like a mountain of bread. It's just a fucking pile of baguettes and like Kaiser rolls. Shit. What?
There's a crisp $20 bill baked into the bread.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking gold. Just how much copper. And then I cast a spell, and I will ask, if I convince. How do we want to word this? Specific goals. Convincing not Lysiperos, I should use convincing Dawn,
I got him.
Fall, convincing Dawn, Fall, Summer, and Day to get the majority vote along with Winter. Will we become welcomed into the courts?
Using which method? Are you saying using the cement the unseelie method?
Yeah, using the unseelie method, or unseelie, because the ones that I named were all sealy. That's why.
Yes, but so
Except
he's
for-
asking. So I'm saying
You're saying
you have to pick one method by which
I'll do the unsealie method, or the sealy's
So-
unsealie method.
the establish the unsealy method?
Establish the sealing method. The ones I named.
So
were
cement.
sorry.
So okay. So and
Because
you
it
said
was, yes, it was spring, dawn, summer, and day. Because those are the ones that are a lot of maybes. And then we also have fall on our side too, but they're unsealy.
for Sealy.
Well, spring and fall aren't Sealy or unsealy. They just align more with one another.
That's kind of what I was going with.
Yeah.
And you're looking for, those are the 4 that you're trying to
Yeah.
make into Sealy, or those are the 4 that you're trying to convince?
Those are the 4 that I'm trying. Help me out here, guys.
Because his question is, who's going to vote for you? And so what I'm going to do, just so you're aware, on my end, you can pick either is pursuing unsealy with these courts good, or unsealy with these courts good, and you can select any number of the courts.
Sealy or unsealy.
And as a result, what I will give you is essentially a soft count of whether or not, like, let's say you say day, night, winter, and summer all go into Sealy. I would just look in there and see how many Sealy or how many of them want the Sealy court established, right? And tell you yes or no based on that.
Okay.
Should we do? I'm stuck because I don't want to fuck this up. Well, I just don't know if I asked the question right. I'm burning the fucking fourth whole spell for it.
I mean,
You can also, if you want to leave
could've
courts
been
out of
a
it, you can be less. You can be less specific.
That'll get you votes.
yeah, Felix's first fireball in the middle of Fey Court.
Oh, the things I would do for Felix to drop a fireball in the middle of a Fey court. The things I would do.
The great news is that if you do fireball in the middle of the Fey court, you are going to hit exactly Zadius and Magd. No one else is really in the middle,
Yeah.
so you could.
But
And they're both invisible, so you don't know that they're there.
As a show of force.
yeah, get everyone's attention.
Papa Boo!
That's how you roll a 12 damage fireball.
Yeah, I mean, I would too. That's a tough one. I really don't fucking like Dorian, so I don't want to do anything he likes. So let's do. I would say Sealy. Fuck
Sure.
that guy.
Do
She
you
was rooting for my
confirm what I
best
was
friend.
fucking thinking about it?
Okay.
Go for it. Yep, Sealy.
So you're saying in order to which court? So here's
guess
what I'll give you. Here's what I'll give
the
you.
spell
So
says.
you're saying if you go the route of establishing the Sealy court, that is the route that you're trying to take. Actions that further the cementing of the Sealy court.
Yes.
The answer back I will give you.
I want to know the actions that would cement.
The answer back that I will give you is that the courts that would vote for you would be winter, which you know is going to vote
Yeah.
for you regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Fall, which again you would know. Day,
Yeah.
spring, and you're not getting confirmed.
Okay.
And what that tells you,
All day, spring, and you're not getting confirmed.
and what that tells
it's
you
not
is
the majority.
those are the only 4 courts that want Sealy court established.
Ah. And
In,
Dorian wants
in
unsealy.
majority. Now there are segmentations of that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, wait. Day, dawn,
Day,
spring,
dawn, spring.
and you would get confirmed. Sorry. Day, dawn, spring,
Mm-hmm.
winter, and fall.
Winter, fall, and we would get confirmed. So how do I flex that in Dorian's fucking stupid face? I know what I have to do.
Flip him off and walk away backwards. Moonwalk.
Now, what I'm also telling
Your
you,
advice has never been bad.
what I'm telling you, though, he said who would vote for you. I give you the answer if and only if you're convincing people you're going to cement the Sealy court.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to be right with this prophecy, you don't have to be right with this prophecy, you just get information from it. But in order to be right in his face, you would have to go through that route.
Cool. I really want to be right in his face.
Be right in his face. Do it.
Okay, alright. Cool, let's go be right in his face. So we have winter, spring. We need winter, spring, dawn, day, fall. Winter,
That's
spring,
fine.
dawn, day, fall. Okay, cool.
Because winter's the free space,
Yeah.
and fall, I confirmed, would not uphold, like, she would actually do what she told you she would do.
Yeah.
If if it's not too impactful for what she wants,
Yeah.
right? And she doesn't actually care about Sealy or unsealy.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
So for her, she'll still vote for it.
walk away. Was Leciperos was the weirdest maybe right now?
Leciperos was the one that was you were previously speaking to at dawn.
Yeah, so he's okay. It's Jorlias and Imrion and Sienna, even though Sienna's a maybe.
Sienna's a maybe. Imrian and Jorlias are the spring that you have not talked to or convinced.
Yeah.
And then also you only have to convince 2 of the 3. You have to convince 2 of the 3
Yeah.
fully, or 2 to kind of, and then 1 fully, right? There can't be there needs to be an unequal number of yes and no
Yeah.
for you.
So I'm gonna use our brain walkie-talkies and say, should we get the spring? I had the prophecy that, and I explained the prophecy fully, and I'll kind of rub it in Dorian's face and be like, I know who I have to convince now. After I'll make my eyes glow or some
Do
shit.
you tell him the answer?
No.
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 He said prophesy, and you do magic, and then you're like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, I gotcha. And I'll just say I know who I need to talk to, and I walk away. And I know who I need to talk to, and it's not fucking you. And I'm walkie-talkie y'all, except you. Sorry. And I say maybe we should get Day and Spring together because they're the people we need the most right now, and we convince them as a group. So my prophecy says these are the people we need. So let's get them together. Let's gang them. Let's go.
Okay.
It's like you're looking at me.
Sorry. Let's get it together. Let's
like,
go.
You're
It's
making
like,
intense
alright,
eye
as we
contact
step
with
off-
Dorian the whole time.
It's like, as we step off, I'm gonna pull y'all to the side. It's like, alright, can we fucking talk about this shit next time and not just walk in fucking blind and start making promises like that?
I'm
What
gonna-
the
I'm gonna
fuck are we
shh.
doing? What the fuck is wrong with
There's
you?
a finger on your lips. Shh. And I'll whisper into your head, into your brain, like a little worm. And I say, I have had a prophecy. We need to convince spring, day, dawn, fall. Spring, day, dawn, fall, and winter. If we get spring and day together, we can talk it out with them. My prophecy said those are the people we need to convince about the Sealy Court. To establish the Sealy Court. They will help. If we establish the Sealy Court, if we say, if you establish us as a court, we will help you establish the Sealy Court. And we just fucking do it. We hold our word. We establish the Sealy Court. In return, they establish us, or the other way around. They establish us, and then we establish the Sealy Court.
Yeah, no,
We will help them.
I'm on board with the Sealy Court. You just walked in, it's like, we will establish the Unsealy Court, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Sorry,
We will.
and then I pulled out my crystal ball and had a fucking moment. Let me have a moment.
It's like, it's just walking in, firing from the hip.
Yes!
Yeah.
That's what I always do, and it's gotten me this far.
And
And the man's not wrong.
it's just,
Thank you. That just fed my ego.
all I'm hearing is one, every idea that I had about how this entire thing was going to play out was fucking right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
Bitch, tick tick, motherfucker.
Great, you were right. I'll fully see that you were right. Let's go establish the Sealy Court. Okay, but how do we want to do it? Team walkie-talkies. Do we want to establish the Sealy Court? in
Okay,
return
how are we
for
going to
us-
establish this fucking Sealy Court?
I'm talking about it with them. Just hold on a second.
I'm sorry, no.
Okay,
fucking
no,
God.
Dan, you've been right so far along. Do we in turn? Oh my God, I'm
All right.
confiding in Dan. Okay, do we promise to establish the Sealy Court in return for us being established, or do we get established first and then help them establish? Because then they can use our vote.
It is. I think we definitely go down the second path.
Yes.
It's like
Repeat the second path
So,
back to
okay,
me.
we make no promises. At
Yes.
no point here do we ever promise anybody anything. We give them the idea of, hey, we want to make things happen. What those things are, that's up to us in the end.
Yes,
But we
yes,
just
yes.
want to make people think, hey, we're on board. We want to do things.
Mhm.
We never specify those things.
Cool.
Under
So we're just
no
saying,
circumstances do
we
we
would
say,
like-
yes, I want this thing.
But we should specify something so that they can't turn around and say, "Hey, you said you'd give us a favor. Here's the favor I want." If we specify bringing the
a
Sealy
favor
cord
is a
in,
thing.
oh fuck's sake! So you're going, yo man, you're going far too deep. Like,
That favor is a thing. I'm sorry. You just say, hey, we're political speak
so we
here.
just walk up to Spring and Day and say, "Hey, can you establish us as a court?" Why don't we go in and say, if you establish us as a court, we will cast our vote to establish the Sealy court with you.
May I ask a question?
That-
I'm quickly
it's like,
relaying
do,
this.
It's like, do we
Do
fully...
we know who is the voting member of each of these groups?
Whoever shows up.
Whoever shows up. So it's if there are 3 people, they all have to agree, or they all make a separate vote.
It depends on who shows up, but
Because like if there's one person who gets the vote, who cares about the other 2 people? You know what I'm saying?
So if there's 3 people, the way this works is that they would need to confer, and then if one side outvotes the other, that's the vote that gets cast for the court.
Okay.
If there's only one of them, obviously that person's voting. The rare case in which somebody severely outranks somebody else does play factor, but that would only play factor in so much as somebody's a ruler.
Okay. So even though Sienna of the Spring Court is a queen, she's not the ruler of the
She's not
Spring
the ruler,
Court.
so she can be overridden
Okay.
by the other 2 together. As you guys are conferring over here, I moved around some people, they went and had conversation. You notice one of the 3 Spring people that you want to talk to, Jorlias, goes and is talking to Dorian. They have a pedestal unto themselves.
Jorlias talking to Dorian.
Well, we gotta find Imrion.
Imrion?
Imran was in the Spring Court
Yep.
talking with Palantir and Sienna.
Was.
Was.
Is now talking with Sarissa,
Okay.
Nicknaven, and they must be in the summer court because Sarissa can't leave.
Nick Niven. Oh shit, the Night Court's there now.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay.
Hornus.
I'm on the.
This is a lot more fun with
Those?
those pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now I have something to
It
manipulate.
makes it a lot easier
So-
to.
My
So,
autistic
Jorlias
ass
is
fucking lost.
Dorian.
Hornus is over in the spring court
Fuck. Wait, that's good.
with Siana,
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's great.
and Silrina is over in the fall court
Okay, that's all right. With Rose.
with Rose and Pantahir.
Oh, Pantier's back. Let's go, team.
Um,
Pantier's yes. Rose was the one that's like, I call my vote, please.
It's like, I like that place.
I like this placement right now because maybe we get the bonus addition of.
I need to
Like-
clarify one thing for you, or ask one thing of clarification though. If you're going down the route of going to cement the Sealy, if you're lying, I need to know now. Is that something that you guys are going to be doing? So let's say you get all the votes to get on board and you get cemented in. Are you actually going to follow through?
I mean, I feel like we have to.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking-
The difference of
That's a fair question.
Okay.
it's the difference of role, right?
So now
Okay.
it's technically the second one fully, not promise. It's not help us get installed and then do nothing. It's help us get installed and we will cast our vote for the Sealy Court.
Okay.
That is the exchange.
I was like,
That is a specific exchange that includes nothing else.
okay,
We
it's
will
like
cast our vote in favor of establishing the Sealy Court today.
I would
Airtight.
more say that we want to go in. We kind of had to figure out what they want, and then see how we can position ourselves to make them believe that we will give them what they want.
Yeah.
We're not actually promising that we give them what they want.
You want to take the lead on that?
I mean,
You're playing like
How-
5D chess.
Yeah,
So
see,
I
I'm so-
am a humble guard.
I'm sorry. How
cleric.
like you think
Somehow
that
in this plane of existence, Farmer Dan is a fucking genius.
okay,
So
you think that I was just selling grain for whatever price?
yes, I do. I think you were just selling grain for whatever Papa got it for. Here, for some reason, you are like unlocked. You are plugged in. You are
I have
He ate
I
his-
have spent my entire life
He ate
negotiating.
his Wheaties.
That's true.
Yeah, he ate his fucking Wheaties this morning.
All right. I
It's
have
like
a.
I harvest the wheat and sell it.
Yeah.
That's farming.
That's my whole fucking life.
That's.
That's
His name's literally
farming.
Farmer Dan.
This is farming.
Farmer Dan the farmer.
We are farming votes.
I still need a katana.
It's
I'm not
fucking
gonna
like
forget
the
that.
politician that you would one day become.
Vote for Dan.
It's like Dan's 18 Christmas gonna do something all right.
Yeah.
So does anyone know on their sheets
So yes, we will be helping to vote
if
to
they have
establish the
any
seal court.
who
That
is
is
and
not a
isn't a
lie.
ruler here?
That's just so that if you outwardly tell someone,
It would be
I need a persuasion.
Yes,
I need
it'd be
a
persuasion,
persuasion,
deception.
not a deception.
I need-
check.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Ross is the ruler,
Yep.
and Serena is a ruler.
Silverna. Yep.
So if in theory,
You must convince Silverna. If so, you literally must convince Silverna.
okay,
Or make it so that she's not gonna. If she says no, you won't get
she
their
got
vote.
veto power.
Yeah, if she says no, if she's even moved to kind of convinced, she won't veto you if
Okay,
you know what I
okay.
mean.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I have a ruler.
I've got
That's
her.
a summer, but we don't have.
I've got several
Sarissa?
rules. I just wondered if
Yeah.
anyone else here was
Elite?
a ruler
Elite?
that we know of.
Aline.
ILL, or is it ILIENE?
They're
She's
not
not
here.
They're not there.
I'm just saying on your sheets, you have are any of the people here are rulers that we know of?
You've been here long enough. The only two rulers that are here.
Are the two that I know of. Hilarious. It's really tracks that I've got so many people who are here on these sheets.
Man, does this
So-
also
so
track
Rena
the
and
exact
Rose
number
are the
I
only-
have?
So Rena and Rose are the only two people here that are rulers in attendance.
Okay.
I think it would be a thing that not only did you pay the most attention to in preparation for this, but also with a 47 passive perception,
Yeah.
you could find those people.
Yeah.
So you know that the only two rulers in at this place now are
That's
Silrena
very
and Rose.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Because I don't know.
Unless it's not really them and it's Shaika the whole time.
You know what? We'll never know, literally. Unless, I guess he says so, but then we won't know that either. Maybe because it would be the real person
I did say
lying.
she's not here. Was I telling the truth?
Well, is Shaika a she right
Exactly.
now?
Gotcha.
If they're Silrena or Rose, they would be right now.
True.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're gonna go to. What was the plan? I'm sorry.
I
I
think
was
we go-
trying to
Sarissa
organize
is
my-
Go
talking to
into the
Imrian
fall.
and talking to
Fall. Okay.
Nikavin. Serena is with Rose and Palantir. We go to Fall, we
Yes.
convince Serena, and then we go, if we need to more, we go to Summer and convince Sarissa, Imrian, and Nikavin. Nick
Nevin.
Nevin can be there.
That's
I
like-
mean, he's a houseplant at the moment.
He's a
Be
house
there.
plant.
Or
Because then if Serana's on board, then Spring's on board. Sorry, go ahead.
it's like okay. Or after this, we also try to like touch base on the spring because Santa's already kind of on board, but also like
I hate
she's
that
more there for
Spring's up there for
So
me.
Rena's dawn, not spring. Spring is green.
Yeah,
Spring
Yeah, it's like-
his
it-
spring is just in a different spot than
Yeah,
my
but-
spring. So I'm looking at it like, why the fuck?
Oh
There's
yeah,
literally
no.
a map.
Yeah, no. This is just unhinged by order.
Yes, we get it. You're in character.
No, I just kind of started setting them up, and then it just happened.
But it just happened like Dan.
I'd love to. I'm trying
You're a
to
method
figure out
actor.
who people are aligned with.
Who they favor between the two of them, or their alliances?
Their alliances for the individuals.
Sure, I can give you that. They don't have individual alliances. Courts have alliances.
Oh,
They have
what?
alliances are different than they favor this person.
Okay. This says alliances.
Yeah, alliances are between courts.
Okay.
So if the day court has a so as an example, the
And
dawn court has alliance with winter and night.
Uh-huh.
So that
Oh,
means
okay.
anyone from the dawn court has alliances with the
In my
Winter.
brain swore they were all mixed up. Okay, that's fine. We're good. We got it.
Now they favor different people within the courts, but the court itself has an established, like written, this is an alliance type thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Alright, I was overthinking it. I'm on board. To the fall court.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're going to speak with 2 queens and Penty here.
Yes.
Okay. Let me look at what you're talking about.
My queens. Tomorrow there are 3 assemblies during the day.
What the fuck?
Fucking suck.
3?
Yeah.
Are they all different, or is it like
It's the
factory
same one
style?
3 times.
As
It needs
as
to
you
be at all
approach,
times.
you are
Oh,
witnessing them. They are speaking about I will say, because he's been interested in this topic, and he would be able to hear them talking about this. Batuk is also here because they're talking about the dragons and the war and the goings on the material, but more specifically with the dragons themselves.
Okay.
When you initially enter. I need to bring up the dragon sheet as well. There's 2 fucking sheets. There we go. And so they're going through the motions of talking about the dragons, and what you hear is that when Batuk says the name Yardel, which is one of the 2 crystal dragons atop the mountain, the response from Silrina is, "Oh, Yardel's doing well." And Batuk's like, "Okay, cool. You know that name? Who's this dragon? What do they do? Right? We met them at the top of the mountain. Won't stop telling people, even though they expressly told us not to tell people."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so Rena goes on and says that Yardel was handed to her mother, and was the family dragon for a very long time before they left to the material, and so she remembers having ridden Yardel as a youth, and the games that they would play, and is happy to hear that they found their own plot of land, and is suddenly very interested in that mountaintop. And you notice pretty quickly that she's like, "Oh, cool, if my pet has already claimed that land, that must be my land then." So there's an immediate like,
Sure.
hold up, but
Cross
that
bridge
is
later.
this is like the order of operations that she's like, "Oh yeah, that was my pet. Also, where are they now? Okay, cool. So they're over there. I don't know where that is. Must be my land though." Like, just a significantly quick like claim to
Yeah.
They can have land that we have no ability to give away.
Yeah, it's yours. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that was the sequence of events. And
Yeah.
We are encouraging it.
Yeah, no,
Yardel
it's
was
like,
an
yeah, no,
extremely
that fully
old-
tracks.
It is right north of
fucking right there.
right west of the Rowan
It's
Basin,
like,
right?
y'all
Yeah, right
want
there,
Draco
right there.
Menso? It's up for grabs.
Because it was on the way away from the crystalline pass. And we were like, "What's this?" Here, there.
But that is where you're regarded as you guys enter. That is the conversation as you enter.
Ooh.
Are you
Okay.
guys rolling 4 deep again?
You're rolling 4 deep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Gotta keep the posse together.
We're
Right,
deep
the whole
10 wide.
squad.
I didn't know if there was any kind of divide and conquer going on.
No.
We're in this.
No, the only one dividing and conquering is Batuk.
True,
Should we lay
actually.
the plan out then?
It's like,
Fatties
you
is
start and
invisible
I'll
Start?
fucking piece
Okay, I
of
guess
somewhere.
I got us into this one. Okay.
it's like,
Hello. So we the court of we're Yeah. Fuck, I don't know where to start. So Rana, I'm going to keep an eye on Rose as I say this. We would like to be recognized formally as the Court of the Stars, my queen would. And if you install us and recognize us as Court of the Stars, we will cast our vote today to establish the Sealy Court. Ding, did I say that right? Speak up! God damn it!
Close enough.
And she goes, oh, we're back to speaking business, okay. And then she, like, you see a mental note, she casts a spell, and it seems like a memory literally is extracted out of her head and slips into her sleeve. And she sectioned off where that mountain was that she has to go claim later, and put that in her little pocket.
Why have to map out? Yeah.
I like to think the map's really that big.
Better than that is Batuka has his map out that he drew and is trying to convince her with his map that he drew.
You know what? He would.
Batuka,
Oh,
it's
100%.
great. We'll put that on the fridge later, I promise, buddy. It's actually right here.
Put it on the fridge.
And she looks at you and goes, were you speaking to Dorian about the Sealy?
No, we were speaking to Dorian about specifically just trying to become a recognized court, and he was against the idea, or just uninterested in it. But I just had a feeling that if my friends here have already been talking to some people, and we've talked to Palantir and Rose, and since the Star Court was unfairly struck down by outside forces, and we have found our rightful ruler of the Star Court, we would like to be recognized again. And we thought, if we've heard about the Unseelie and the Sealy Court within this court, about people who would like to see that happen, and just had a feeling that if we came and talked to you, we could help. You could cast a vote for us to become a re-established, welcomed back established court. Welcome back the Court of the Stars.
So then he told you
Told us what?
about the Sealy and the courts, or
I mean, yes.
I mean, yeah, he sold us some stuff, but we've heard it from quite a few other people about the rumblings of the Sealy and Unseelie. And
but why approach me about it? I'm just curious. I'm
Which
not
one-
saying that I'm not favoring or unfavoring. I'm just trying to
You're just curious.
glean the intent that you have.
the intent that we have is to become an established court.
No. In speaking with me, how did you know? Why are you here with me speaking about this matter?
Man. What? Can I?
That's
I'm gonna walkie-talkie you
Uh-huh.
specifically. I am the prophesier, right?
Yeah.
Cool, great. I am the Lord of Prophecy.
Just need you to reassurance.
Woo!
I mean, Felix will always hype you up. He didn't know
Thanks,
that's what he was doing, but is asked yes or no question, answers question, perfect. Just what I needed.
The first answer is most likely the one I need. I'm the Lord of Prophecy, and I had a feeling that if you helped us get established as a court, then maybe we could help you establish the Sealy Court. We could help you. We could cast our vote today for that.
So then mine comes first.
Mine comes first.
How do you vote?
How do I vote?
we can't have a vote to establish the Sealy Court
Until
until the Court of
we-
Stars
That's what I'm
has
saying. I must vote.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Yeah, okay. I misunderstood what she was saying. Back to me.
Yeah, she's saying my vote comes first, not
Yes.
not.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. I thought her into the door.
Yeah.
I stupid.
No, I thought the same thing. But it's okay. We sorted out. But and also we had talked to Ranbaver previously, and he seemed open to the idea.
He seemed embarrassed by him, is what it seemed. And frankly, probably for the best. But I would caution that disparaging members of courts is likely not going to accomplish goals, usually. So,
Who disparaged who? I don't think that was meant then that way.
He told me about it, about your stars and his son and all the things that...
Did I say this?
Yeah, he's the one who you went after.
About the sun and the stars. Well,
all the things that we blot out and we can't see you through the daylight, but you still matter somehow.
I can't see you through the daylight, but you still matter somehow. Aha, yes. He was disparaging our court, and I just had to set the precedent that, yes, the sun is a very important court, just as all courts are high and mighty, but the star court is one that is ever present. The sun is a star among the celestial bounds.
Right. I am simply stating, some people do need to be put in their place. Other people, if you put in their place, you will be put in yours.
Mm-hmm.
And I am just giving a word of advice to you and to the group that probably only really helped you in this situation, because he and I go back, let's just say it that way, and frankly, I think he's making attempts at climbing to ascension in courts, and well, we can't have that. So bringing a star down to the earth, probably for the best in this instance. I'm just giving you a word of caution about that activity in the future.
I shall heed. Thank you.
I would like to, and as she begins to say this, she looks at Rose and Pantahir.
I'm trying to clock that.
And Pantahir is given, she looks at Rose, they make eye contact, they both look at Pantahir. He looks at them both for just a couple minutes, and you see as Pantahir is not very forcefully, but pretty openly pushed out of this, and he also seems reasonably upset that there's speech about there is the topic of conversation about the Sealy Court. He actually favored the unsealy, and so they were telling these two rulers are telling him, you can leave now.
Get in line.
And once he leaves, Serena says that she does support establishing the Sealy, and her issue with supporting you is not your promise of a vote, but rather that she's uncertain that she has enough votes to, even with confirmation, to establish the Sealy. And she looks at Rose when she says that, not you. And Rose, go ahead and make an insight check for me. Anybody at the table would like to.
Sure.
I do.
Bad.
I don't think you're getting there, bud.
Well, I mean, it's a mean 15.
God.
You said investigation or
No,
Insight.
Okay.
Oh,
That was a.
Did she just
19.
monster roll?
what was it?
19.
I did roll a natural 20. She has a plus 15
Woo!
to the stat that I'm choosing.
Can we
Wow.
go back to the beast
For the
realm
skill,
for a second?
for the skill, yeah, plus 15 in a skill check, not very unheard
Yeah,
of.
no, it's like
She's sitting over there with a clean 40 passive perception.
Yeah, just got,
So,
I'm almost there.
and you really are. and
I only got a 17 on my insight, by the way.
I don't, with the 20, I don't think it was
Yeah, it
possible
wasn't gonna
to even get any beat on her.
No.
Because it ended up being a 35.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
impossible to read. But she's looked at by Serena, saying that she doesn't know if she has the votes. And Rose looks to you all and says, I don't know if they have the votes. And then she says, I can probably get behind the Sealy Court. I understand you're asking for mine, and they're asking for yours. They have to get theirs before any of this really matters.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I can vote for you. And you notice there's like there's not a literal handshake, but there's like the nod of knowing between the two of them.
Yeah.
And as they continue the conversation slightly about like maybe where it would be held or who would organize it more, or how they two queens would be beginning to basically do their business and they're trying to establish themselves towards the top of the pecking order in the Sealy court immediately before it's even been founded. And as they do, they look to you, Elysian, and they're like, they essentially say that of course, when we were speaking of these matters, we would elevate you as well. We wouldn't leave you out of this. And you're seeing very quickly that if these 5 courts do vote the way that you're asking them to vote and confirm you, and then the Sealy court is established, they're trying to have 5 courts be outvoted immediately by 3. And they're trying to consolidate power here now on this platform between 3 queens.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
They're saying, yeah, we can make the Sealy. Let's do it. Us 3. And the topic of conversation for them moves from there's a lot of diplomacy going on between like who needs to be handled and how, and they essentially say that they know that there's not many on the spring court that care much about the Sealy. And they're divided about which court they should join. And they then begin to talk about how the Dawn court should be relatively easy for you guys to convince if moving towards the Sealy courts. The topic of conversation then moves to the shackles on your wrists. And Rose just says, Rose begins to talk about how once the courts are established and once you're here formally, and essentially once you're spending more time in the Fae with us, we can look at this and we will understand this together. And if you'd like, you can once again roll an insight check for, this is not the same roll as before, it's a different check entirely on my end. But you can roll an insight check for trying to weed out what she's trying to say.
Yeah.
The
double speak.
If any, double speak.
Is there any hidden messaging there?
I wonder if we break messaging. If we break the shackles, she just becomes like this.
You need to beat an 18.
Yeah.
24.
She becomes the
So,
stars. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Did break
So-
Oh my god.
There is a
Yes.
double meaning to it. First, she understands the Stars Court to have been a dual ruling class. And she's interested in, once again, making you a dual ruling class. So she is making Rose is making a pass at you. Second,
Hey.
Hold on.
There's-
Isn't she older?
So she was a young teenager when you were a 6-year-old. So it's not like that far, right? The second thing
Okay.
is that she's saying we can essentially get different shackles for you. And the third thing she's saying is that she has heard about
This dude's trying to info dump. I'm sorry.
she has heard about the method by which these shackles were made. And she's saying, I can tell you all about them.
Okay.
But I gotta go on a date?
That might be worth a date or two.
Yo, that's
That might
worth.
be worth a date
That's
or two.
And the
That's a
reason
way
you
better
catch
idea
it
than I had.
through the insight of it all is when she came to your platform initially, she did come on thickly initially and say, hey, you should probably tell people you're not trying to be betrothed. And then you didn't say, you're right, I should, and then do that, right? So she's like, oh, the door's open. Then, when she was touching the shackles before, she found out that she did actually know about them. And last, she was like, oh, we can take these ones off. And you caught the subtlety of the pass is how, with your 24 versus her 18. So, she's propositioning you, and she's saying, I can actually tell you about this. and we can talk about it in the Fae.
She removes them and she becomes Tiamat. Like she is like.
This is a winter.
Just think about that. That'd be fucking rad. That'd be fucking rad.
Also,
She's
the
actually
table's
dragon the whole time.
faces went very red.
That was awesome.
You tell him.
But you're left from this conversation knowing that the harder court to convince for the Seelie will be the spring court for the Seelie.
Hard court to convince?
The harder court for the so when you ask the question, who will vote for me? Who will vote for the Seelie to be established?
Yeah.
I gave you the exact and only path that would get voted yes.
Yeah,
To make
I'm
the
just
Seelie.
saying we
Right.
just convinced.
So
I thought
you've convinced.
I thought
at
we
this
convinced
point-
Solana.
Yes. So
Okay.
so Serena will move to fully convinced. So you have the day court. She has told you the dawn court should be relatively easy, but I'm not sure that the spring court will get on board because I'm assuming that you guys essentially told them the whole plan, told them the whole prophecy. These are the people that are going to vote for us, and she's not sure if you have that. She's not sure if the spring court will get on board. Is what the Rose and Silverina are telling you. However, the divination was correct. It is a possible and only path.
Alright, should we go to the spring court next? Get the hard one out of the way? But the problem is, Imrion is in summer, and Jalaris is in dusk.
They would have moved because you guys have all. They would have moved because you guys have all had your conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
Where are they now? Fuck.
Yep. Let me grab some people and move them from A to B.
These pronunciations are what I am saying.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I said maybe chill on immediately. Hey, we're doing the Seelie court when we're in somewhere that would be unseelie territory.
I look over there and it's the lines going to the ceiling. I thought the fall would be the hard one.
Well, it's like, no, I was more like, I was worried that like you say, hey, we're doing the Seelie court, and then the fall's like, okay, we're out.
But it didn't go that way.
It didn't, but.
Yeah.
Tread a little lightly.
You want to do the next one?
Yeah.
You can
You
gesture
go
to me
tell
as the diviner,
Queen
but that's
Sienna
it.
how much of a feminist you are.
Oh hell yeah!
It went well last time.
Gross.
I did my notes.
Oh yeah.
Ah, fuck. And maybe you shouldn't be the point man on this one. Maybe Felix should be the point man.
Yeah, one note I love
Actually, maybe we should have a point woman. Just
Milady.
Milady take the point on this. Hey, what?
Did we all witness that?
What?
Oh yeah.
What is what?
Oh.
I
yes.
don't think others would have.
Okay, we wouldn't clock it. You would have to tell us. So did you tell us?
Yeah.
You don't have to say it the exact same way.
Yo, fuck
I'm gonna,
yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys know what happened.
We're in the gossip
Okay.
circle.
Yo, okay. Dish.
Past the nerds. I want a nerd. Can I have a nerd?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're hoppin' flavor.
It tastes just like the regular ones. Don't be fooled.
The Christmas ones taste
They
different.
were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I've still got so many.
So
Oh,
what
the
happened
pastel.
was
Cute.
she wants to essentially become partners, but also in other ways.
There you go.
I'm gonna play stupid. What do you mean?
Like marriage.
I'm possibly. She knows she wants to spend time with me and
I'll look over. I don't know. She cute.
stop. She
Well,
wants to know more about my shackles and she can maybe replace them or take them off.
That'd be huge.
is shackles the only thing she's taking off?
I'll give you a fist bump for that one.
Felix looks scandalized.
Yes. Yes. Queen.
I don't know about that, but
well,
she
I think
knows more.
if
about
she could
these.
help you, that'd be great. It wouldn't be so great if you have to marry her for that help, unless you want to, though.
No, not exactly interested in that way.
want to inherit some land? Farmer Dansville.
No, he's got a woman that he's gonna take on a date that he promised 7 years ago.
You ain't married yet? Ain't no ring on that finger?
Oh damn.
Actually, technically, she owns a mountain now. You want a pet dragon? Think about
You
it.
can have a pet dragon.
She's
I've
been
been
dying.
trying.
for
Don't
a
even
pet
get on
dragon
me
this
that.
whole time.
No.
No.
She has a dragon. She has a dragon. You want your pet dragon. This is your in.
Oh my
This
God.
is your in.
You married into a pet. That's amazing.
You
have
married
to do
into
this.
a pet dragon. I'm sorry. Don't marry in for the geopolitical power. You marry in for the pet dragon.
Yeah.
And I promise, I'll leave it alone.
First off, I'm gonna need that in writing.
I feel like someone needs you to write
If
that
we
for
play
me.
a game of D&D and there's a
okay.
prenup, I'm fucking walking it.
I can write it myself, obviously. You've got better handwriting.
I mean, that's certainly true.
This will finally
Secondly,
be
I'm
a
not
campaign.
interested in marriage.
But you are interested in dragons.
It's
Dragons.
very surprising coming from you.
You get a pet dragon.
Oh no,
and
I'm
your
just
pet
excited.
dragon.
There's tea and I'm excited. That's really it. I'm really getting caught up in all this.
This is a fucking great day.
He's liking this desperate courthouse.
So she said something about
Yeah,
you, like
like-
she said she could remove your shackles.
She could, yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's like there's so much drama going on in this fake court, and I'm just about it.
Yeah.
And this was Pantahir, right?
Hmm?
Am I mixing up my names?
No, it
No,
was Rose.
Rose.
Oh, it was Rose. I am mixing up my names.
Mm-hmm.
Panther was told to leave because he was visibly like he can't do anything about it because his queen is there. So even if he feels a certain way, he has to mirror whatever she is saying anyway. But he wasn't hiding it well enough that he actually favors unsealing rather than sealing.
Burn your sheets.
Yeah, go for it.
Where is Rose? There it is. Teaser. You're betrothed to be a striking woman with copper-toned skin and flowing hair, shifting from red to gold. Her amber eyes glow softly, and her layered gown also
ceremony
resembles autumn leaves. And I'm sure, like the
hold on,
autumn
let me double
leaves,
check my prepared
they
spells.
will fall.
I knew you were gonna do that! I was like, this is gonna be a rough
I do!
Oh, we can have a wedding.
What?
I got ceremony prepared.
Dan. Daniel.
I've always wanted to have ceremony
No.
cast in a campaign.
You always what?
You see, ceremony is actually a pretty fucking rad spell.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's a pretty rad
It's
spell.
just the most situational spell of all time.
Yeah. You get married, but then like for the next like week and a half, you're like amped up. Like
It's
you're,
like you
you're
get
powerful.
an AC bonus whenever you're near your spouse.
Is that a permanent or is that the temporary one? See,
The
I want that
AC,
to be-
it's like for the next 7 days, target gains +2 to AC when they're within 30 feet of each other. Creature can only benefit from this right again if widowed.
Oh, damn.
No divorce. They don't believe in annulment in D&D, apparently.
I was in a campaign in college where we cast ceremony before a big boss fight, just for the thing. It's like when you're married right now, right here, I have ceremony ready.
So the movements after that conversation. So you had seen Jorlias speaking with Dorian, and Jorlias. So in Dawn Court presently, Jorlias, Imrian, and Chelis are all in the Dawn Court.
Okay.
Aaron, Baver, and Sarissa are in the Summer Court. There's a gaggle found within the Day Court presently, as Batuk is continuing the conversation with Silrina and keeping her good graces.
And this is what happened with this dragon.
She was very enamored with this conversation in general.
Okay.
So Silrina goes back to her court. Pantahir is now speaking with Dorian. At the Day Court is Silrina, Hornus, Batuk, Magd, and Niknavin.
Serena, Fuck. Do that again.
Yeah.
Hornus,
Serena, Hornus, Magd, and Nickniven
Nagd, and Nickniven. Okay.
are all
So
in the
the-
day court. And
the
then
whole-
Patuk as well.
Day court is at the day court, or
No, there's one.
So-
Aaron Baber's at the summer court.
Aaron Baber's at the summer court. Okay.
I'm already lost.
Found in this.
Serena, Hornus.
Found within this spring court is the Earl King and Siana.
King and Siana. Got it.
And the night court is Bear and Lantern King and Luciferus.
Where's Celas? Or Chelas?
Dawn. She's holding the Dawn court.
She's holding the Dawn court.
Okay.
There always has to be
Chels is
one.
in the dawn.
Okay, so we
I'm sorry,
have
he-
Silrena.
Sorry, he is in the Dawn court.
We have Silrena.
Yeah, so technically right now as it stands,
We have 1, 2, 3
Mm-hmm.
guarantees, sort of. And then we need Spring. Spring's a hard one. We almost have. Who's the Lord of the Spring Court?
I don't think the Lord of the Spring Court
highest
is-
ranked because she is the queen, but she's
Okay.
a non-ruling.
Yeah.
Dang
So I think we get.
And she already kind of likes us.
Yeah.
I think we get Chilias on board, get the Dawn, so we can roll over to the Spring and say, hey, we've got 4 others. We get a 5th. We
We're
get to
in.
go home.
We're in Seal. Oh! You take the lead. I'm shutting the fuck
It's
up.
like, it's
I've done
like
enough.
she's like, I get to go home. Fucking done.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck, John. Dan, you're so fucking smart.
It's like,
Good game.
He just got caught up in the energy of all this, and
Yeah,
it's
locked.
it's his best
in.
life.
absolutely. It's good.
so are you going to the Dawn court then?
So it's Chilias, and who else is over there?
So conveniently for you, if you're trying to speak to Spring, is Jorlias, Imrian, and Chilis all in the Dawn court, and Siana and Earl King are in the Spring court. So you've accounted for all of the Spring with those 3, and
Okay.
then the other Dawn member, Luciferus, is in the Night court presently.
So if we get everybody who is at the Dawn Court right now on board, we
That
are
we
in.
win.
We
That's
win.
our win condition. right
It's
there.
like that's jackpot.
Yeah. I mean,
I think we probably go there.
Did we have we talked to these other 2 people?
I don't know if we talked to any of those 3.
I know I recognize your last name because I definitely circled it on my form. But
You guys, I don't think have spoken to any of them. Jolias is the Mad Lord. I don't think you may have spoken with him. briefly.
We at least overheard something. Because Jorlalis and the
It's
Prince
like-
of the Night agree that the Unseelie Court should be founded.
It's like, so yeah, Jolias wants the Unseelie Court.
Correct.
So leading
Who's
with the Sealy
Imrion?
Court is spicy.
Imrion is the Spring Prince, the hunter.
Oh, he's a prince. Okay.
Hold on. Is
Do
this
you
my
have
time
that
to shine? Is this my time to shine?
I'm pretty sure.
It's my time to
I don't
shine.
I
have
was
that
gonna
one.
say, isn't it? Your turn?
Well, he needs on his bingo card.
He's there.
Got him.
This has no notes about what he cares about.
Yeah, well.
I kind of forgot that we didn't have a cheat sheet for what they cared about.
And I don't think we
Nope.
talked to Chalice, have we?
Nope.
I don't see her name on
No.
anything either. Okay.
Wait,
cool.
yes, somebody has, because he's the Lord of Rays. Somebody has spoken to him at some point, I'm pretty sure.
I definitely wrote his name down.
It may have been Patuk.
Might have been. All I know is that I definitely had it circled.
Okay, so how we navigate getting the Sealy Court founded with somebody who is there who, well, frankly, we don't really need his vote. We just need, because it's like we really just need Emryon. Because we get 2 are on board and 1 who is not on board. That's good enough.
Correct.
Because he is not, and because Jorleus is not.
So
he doesn't have veto power.
I will spoil for you that Jorlias,
Mhm.
or Jorlace, I should say, is looking to establish the unseelie court, right? But he also has favoritism to Dorian, and they were just speaking. And they are very, very well aware. They are very, very well aware that this is now the plan.
Uh-huh.
And with that, I will even give you that Jorlias and Imrian are not they're not in the favorability category with each other. They just are in the same court. They want different things.
Mm-hmm. So we walk over there. We basically just kick Jorlias out and be like, "Okay, you two, elevator pitch."
It is just so. And then the last bit. Presently, I think you guys have already figured that out. So, no, you guys haven't actually figured this out, but very quickly you'll be able to sort out that to move this a bit further.
Uh-huh.
The Dawn Court, both representative, are on board with cementing the Sealy Court already. Need no convincing.
We just have
the
to
Day Court,
okay.
already convinced.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The Winter, already convinced.
Mm-hmm.
If Fall votes the way that she says she would, already convinced.
Yeah.
And the Spring Court.
Yeah, it's like the Spring Court
Presently,
is
Jorlace is below Imrian in terms of royalty. However, he will be actively a detriment to your conversation because he's going to try to convince Imrian otherwise the whole time. And frankly, that is what Dorian has set in motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to.
So
we
Dorian has Jorlace essentially following Imrian, trying to convince him to if we want the Unseelie to be established, we need to stop this. Get your mans. Right? And so, how you want to go about dealing with that is totally up to you. But, present time, you are looking to move Imrian and Sienna all the way over. Or, you can find other means to move over Jorlias.
I think it's simple.
If we knew any, what?
We killed the Mad Lord.
I mean, let's maybe keep that one in the back pocket.
I don't really want violence just yet.
Do you think his fellow court members will look favorably on that? Do you think anyone will look favorably on that?
It's a show of strength.
It is a show of strength, but it's also a show that if we don't agree with you, instead of talking it out, we'll just kill you.
It's a show of strength.
Which is kind of seems the opposite of the point of this whole court system, right?
Dan wants to kill somebody.
Otherwise, wouldn't they just fight wars?
Jorlace is going to actively be a detriment to us. He wants the Unseelie Court found. He was talking to Dorian. Dorian knows what the fuck's going on.
Well, but Sienna's the one we need.
You need both.
So we need Imrian and Sienna. Jorlace is going to be there, and he's just going to be trying to cockblock us the whole time.
So if we get Imrian, it's fine.
So yeah, it's so if we get Imrian on board, because we already got Sienna.
Yeah.
If you have one in the middle and one on either side, it's a no.
Okay, so
because it's a vote for the status quo.
Yeah,
so you need to move either Sienna and Imrian all the way over, or Jorlias towards the middle. You can still move him, just not through the Sealy on Sealy method, which means that you'd have to find something else that they would want.
Should just go up and ask him what's his deal.
Bro, what the fuck?
Walk directly across everything.
Well, okay, so now Felix is looking for a partner.
No, thank you.
Felix is looking for a partner now?
He's gonna walk up to Jorlace. Hey, what's your deal?
Ceremony's prepared.
Hey,
I got ceremony.
Don't you turn that back on me, you.
You queen.
You Majesty.
Yeah, what are you gonna finish?
I already have a girl I'm sweet on. I don't want to marry anyone in the
I'm sorry. We're gonna get back to this later.
Hold on.
You spilled tea. You not matter. It's fine.
She goes to another school.
Thank you. She goes to another school. Yes, that. I truly believe that person does not exist because I have not physically seen them.
Yeah.
And you've lied about nothing. This is something you lie about in my age, I should say. Like this is something that for some reason you fucking die on this hill because you're just a shy boy.
You're welcome.
That's true.
He's a
I
shy.
bust open that
So,
can.
Yeah.
one of the things you missed is that both representatives on the Dawn Court fully on board with making the Sealy Court already happen.
Yeah.
One of them wants it only, and the other one wants either of them. So
Sweet.
there's actually no convincing needed for Dawn. You're actually just because of the vote you're casting for the Sealy Court. They are already convinced. They will take it.
Winter. Get in
And-
here. We need
and-
to convince Spring.
You need to convince specifically
Sienna,
Spring.
Imrion. Honestly, team, I don't give a fuck about Jordan.
Okay.
Let's just get Imrion back over here.
But wouldn't it be nice to fuck over Dorian?
Yeah, we're already doing that.
Yeah,
Do we
but
need Jordan to do it?
it could be detrimental to their relationship and thus form the Unseelie overall.
But what if Jordan
Point of
somehow
order.
convinced?
Yes.
You are aware from last session, Sienna is interested in breaking alliances.
That's right.
We
Yeah.
have a lot of work to do.
So
I'd say we need to find out more about Jorlace and what the fuck his deal is.
I'm not questioning my goddamn prophecy, but I'm questioning this.
no, that's like the prophecy is spot on. It's like this is our path.
Okay.
It's just
So do we get Jordan without the Sealy somehow? Like,
I
do we
think-
ask
I
him
think
what he
we go
needs?
in-
What's your deal, bud?
I think we lead this conversation without Celia whatsoever. And then we get Shaleas at a later point in time. It's like, hey, also we're establishing Celia Court. You in? And he's like, I'm a big dog, and then we're good.
Everything you just said.
Can you make a perception check for me just so that I know
Yeah.
whether or not you heard the conversation that they were having at the other court?
That is a. What is my perception? That's plus 12. So that's 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. So while having the conversation at the Fall Court with the queens,
Mm-hmm.
you heard Dorian talking to him about that. So Dorian, was speaking with Jorlias specifically about these people are trying to do this. We can't let them.
Great.
So
What,
I will
wanna
let you
boss
know,
around?
Dorian and Jorlias actually cannot be convinced.
Okay. Well, I don't need to convince them. I just want to break them out.
Oh.
So do we just outright ask him what he wants, even though we were strictly told, like, hey,
We don't have to ask him what he wants specifically.
No, it's like it's not. It's not. Hey,
what
what
would
do you
it
want?
take?
It's like
what would it take to vote us in? Like,
It's like-
ask him not even what it would take, but like, would you vote us in?
Let's
Would you
start
vote us in?
there. Yeah.
Like, just start there with it.
Do we have your vote, sir?
Hey,
I'll
you got a
kiss
big
your
old
baby.
dog whistle.
Alright.
Give you a button.
Are we going over to him, or are we bringing him over?
Well,
I think
it's
we
like-
can just drag him over.
The Dawn Court right now has everything we need.
The Dawn Court.
Mm-hmm.
Who's in Dawn right now?
Chaleas, Imrion, and
Oh.
Jorlias.
Is Imrion and who?
Jorlias.
And
Alright.
Sienna's not fully convinced. She's
Okay,
partially convinced.
Yeah, it's like she's.
Okay,
If,
yes.
if
Okay,
this
yes.
goes well, she's good enough.
Yes. I was upstairs apparently when they moved.
No, because if this goes well means that specifically the Sealy Court will be established. That's the vote that's going forward.
Got it.
So Jorlias will never say yes to that. Which means you have one in the middle, one yes, one no, and one in the middle, which is a no vote.
Okay.
Okay, well, so if we are able to get Imrion on board without promising the Sealy Court.
No, well, sure. Amrion, you can promise whatever, right? I'm saying the only way to move Jorlias is to essentially convince him that you're actually not going to do the Sealy Court thing, and then he can
Okay,
begin to
so-
move right.
okay, so he's just-
a firm hard
he's
no,
just
absolutely
hard no.
not, won't happen. So you have two targets. You have Imrion and you have Sienna.
Yeah. And Sienna just doesn't give a shit.
She gives a shit about other things.
So
She
do we
doesn't care
just
about
ask-
the Sealy on Sealy thing, though.
Let's just ask him. But if Dorian talks to Jorlias, then he knows what we're trying to do.
Yeah, it's like he knows. He's going, like, we're going into an uphill battle, but also, we're going to battle, we win the whole fucking thing.
Okay.
No pressure.
I gesture towards them. You got it, big dog. You've been right.
I work best when I get to when somebody starts the action, then I get to chime in.
Say hi.
That's true.
Okay.
He's not wrong.
We'll walk up 4 deep, 5 deep, whatever. Hello. Because that you gotta start somewhere.
What a start!
Like Mason
Get
said,
open.
Said it exactly like that. That inflection.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good
Hello.
answer.
Good
Hello,
answer.
fellow kids.
Good answer.
Everyone having fun over here.
Everybody having fun over here? Terlaeus.
So, what they are speaking about when you approach.
Oh, can I have my
is-
sheets?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Jack.
I just realized we didn't have them anymore.
Yeah, these are yours.
The Mad Lord.
Sidebar. Do we care about if we establish the unsealy court while also establishing the sealy court?
That's what I've been saying.
It's like if we establish both,
Wouldn't that be funny?
that would be so funny. OMG, so random.
OMG, so random.
Terlaeus wants to talk about this and that. Yeah, he's literally only there to cockblock. So Imrian is talking with Chills about. So when you enter, there is a conversation about between the Lord of Greys and the Hunter, talking about the pros of the Sealy Court and how if there's murmurs now, they've heard them about this moving forward, and they just saw many rulers all group up on one platform, and they're talking about how they need to go about placing themselves at least slightly higher on the totem pole within the Sealy Court before it's established. And all the while, Jorlace is essentially telling these people that, like, you don't realize what you're doing. They just met. Like, they're planning to do this. I was just told by Dorian, and we've been observing them all night. I'm not even confident that they'll do it. I overheard them talking with Lysiperos, talking about the Unsealy Court. We are not convinced that the Fall Court would ever do anything like that. Jorlace actually says, as you're entering, that Rose has no standing whatsoever, no opinion whatsoever on the Sealy or Unsealy Court. Do you really think she's going to vote for your court? Not the stars, but establishing the Sealy.
Yeah. Okay.
And so he's trying to sow doubt that Rose will vote for the Sealy.
Got it. Okay.
Whoa.
Right. His seeds shall fall on the ground of thorns. You know? Anybody? It's a great reference. Come on. Do something for that one.
It sounded cool. I don't know the reference.
The Bible.
The
wise man
Bible!
Yeah, that's
says
why
seeds upon the dirt.
I haven't read the Bible since high school, I'm sorry.
Your seeds shall be thrown upon thistles and they shall be choked.
Yes, yes.
Thing?
I got you now. I'm with you now.
You with me?
I remember that one.
110%? Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yo.
Alright.
I need extra context, but I got there. A good fuck you from the Bible.
I'm right in there. Okay?
Skimpering feet.
How you doing, fellow court members?
Maybe the main goal is not, our goal is just to be reinstated as a court. Can you help us with that? Kind of picking up on their conversation.
So
I don't know why you're so worried about Rose when it was just us who's asked about becoming a court.
So the two that are interested in the Hunter and the Lord of Rays both look to you, and they say,
What's the hunter?
Jorlace, the Hunter is the Imrian.
Okay.
Both look to you and they say, the Mad Lord does speak true.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee if we submit you today that you would vote for the Sealy Court. or that we would get her vote. So I worry, and this is now the Lord of Ray speaking, I worry that the ability to pass the vote for the Sealy, Gerlace is likely correct. That even with your vote, we won't have it. So I'm wondering what assurances that can be given, if any.
Well, without our vote, you certainly won't have it.
Yeah, and it's there are, even if it's not necessarily Rose's number one priority, Rose also has her own priorities that can be solved through other people's priorities. Is politics, right?
Right.
So
we're trying to solve your problem, and we're trying to figure out how us allowing you would solve our problem. If we can't have her vote, we did a count, and they gesture to the where they stand, to the spring, and to the day, and they're like, we did a count. You make 4, not 5.
So that's not counting the fall though?
They're saying that they didn't count either fall or winter. They're saying neither of them are a certainty in their eyes.
See,
And what they're looking for here, if you're trying to go down this route, they're looking for, so they would have day, dawn, spring, you. In order to get established, they would need either winter or fall, and they're looking to you, which one, asking which one are you saying would vote for it? Because they are aware that the winter hasn't and typically doesn't favor the Sealy.
Yeah.
And there's been so doubt from Gerlace about fall.
From our conversation that we just had with fall, with Rose, I believe that they would support that.
Well, it's the hurt and drying.
Well, the harm in trying is that you would gain something for nothing.
You would gain something for nothing.
You would establish yourself as a court, and I would gain nothing. So that's...
We would still vote for the Sealy Court, which is the...
Gain an ally.
Is that vote in perpetuity?
That's a good one.
As you say, you would gain an ally. Chillis actually does perk up slightly, and you clock that as he asks that question.
It's like...
But the question is, would you vote yes for the Sealy in perpetuity?
See, now that's a weird wording. Ding. We would vote. Hold on. Conference time.
I'd love to jump on this conference.
Everyone jumps on the platform. You're like, would you vote for it in perpetuity? You're like, ah, shit.
Maybe not. Don't vote yes in favor of the Sealy Courts, like wants and needs, but vote yes in perpetuity to establish the Sealy Court. Change that wording so we can get out of voting yes for whatever they need. You know,
it's like
just establish the court.
So voting yes to the Sealy Court in its current proposed structure.
Ooh, I feel like they can fuck that wording up.
In its current. It's like vote yes to establishing the Sealy Court in its current proposed structure. So if they were to say make significant changes to what the Sealy Court would be, we are no longer subject to voting.
How do you quantify a significant change?
We are agreeing to its current structure.
Shit, dude, I don't like that. I like the idea of just saying we will vote in perpetuity to attempt to establish the court. So if there's another vote, we will always vote to establish it. Not what it's doing, just to form it.
I was saying the same thing, just with another qualifier, but yeah,
I was saying it in more layman's terms, the most plain language possible.
It's like if they just decided, all right, we're gonna do something totally fucked up, but we're calling it the Sealy Court, and now you
Yeah.
have to vote for it.
Okay, I got you. You want to take that, or do you want me to?
Okay, it's like so.
I am
would-
absolutely able to establish both of those as fuckery from the Fae, just so you know.
It's not fuckery.
No, I'm saying on their end, both of those absolutely can be twisted.
Yeah, okay.
They can.
We clocked their fuckery. We're trying to return it with a little
like-
bit of like, no.
It's like
Yeah, I know.
to establish the Sealy Court in its current proposed structure, we would vote yes to the establishment of it.
In
So what is
perpetuity
this-
until
in
it's
perpetuity.
established.
So
right?
what is its current proposed structure? Because I guess that was my first question.
What do you mean?
Help me out here.
Help you out here?
That was my first
Fine.
question. I mean,
But what are they asking about structure? What do you mean? Like who's in it?
no, yeah. So my first he says that was my first question. You
Oh,
have
proposed
4,
structure?
not 5. Who's 5?
Okay, spring, dawn, day,
Stars.
and
And
fall.
And you see a long gaze from you say this, and there's a whole platform of eyes that move.
A whole platform of eyes.
I mean,
Yeah.
from across the court, and standing on the other end is Rose, presently speaking with Dorian.
Fuck, Dorian.
Fuck you, Dorian.
Pansy here is holding.
Never mind.
Wait,
kill
hold on.
Dorian.
No, Rose knows our whole plan. She knows everything Dorian knows. Nah, that's a fucking waste of time.
So, but what it's doing though, she did not help you in this effort. What it is doing is, as you're saying, the fall will vote for the Sealy. She's meeting with the leading proponent for the unsealy. And well, not leading. Knight would actually be leading in it, but Dorian and the Dusk is pretty heavily that way, right? There was business for them to attend to, and they look across, and what I will say is that I am going to move both Imrian and I don't need to move Chalice over. I have marked them as convinced as the Dawn Court. So I've moved Imrian over to almost convinced. So now you have 2 in the spring that are almost convinced. And Jorlace says to you, I'm not fully certain that you can provide the votes. I gotta look, I guess.
We're just filling Adam in.
Sorry, guys.
So he says, I'm not convinced that you have the votes for the Sealy, and I'm trying to ensure that there's something for me to be gained on the other end.
Jesus, music. Roll credits.
So, what do I get? I don't mean the courts, I don't mean any of that. I mean me.
You? What do you want?
Jolaris? Jorlace?
No, this is Imrian speaking.
Imrian?
Okay.
Imrian?
Yeah, it's like-
Okay.
What?
I mean, I don't know you. I don't know what you want. We just met.
Hi.
Hi, this is Felix.
This is Felix.
Yeah.
Open for marriage.
Shut up.
Well, you all look established. I see the weaponry you've come with.
We fought a time or two.
In my head, I know. Okay, please. Keep going.
I
In my head, I'm like, please say what you're gonna say.
It's like, I just think it's like, please.
You want to
Call me
prophesy
Duke.
real quick before he
Do I
says?
want to prophesy?
He's gonna say what he's gonna say regardless of what you guess, but I'm interested in the guess before he says it.
No, I'm not prophesying. In game.
Yeah, out of game. Do you want
out of
Do you
game?
want to guess
He
what he's
wants
trying
us
to
to
say?
kill something for him because that's classic D&D, and I want to fucking kill something.
Yo,
It
I
has
would
been
be
a while
so
since we
fucking
just killed
game.
That's close, but not.
When-
God.
It's so close.
It's so
He
close.
he
What's close to
says-
killing? Sort of killing something?
He wants us
He
to overthrow
says-
government.
He says, he looks to you and he
I'm so
says,
tired of
you
doing
look
that."
like well-equipped travelers
Fucking right.
that you have fought before.
Yes.
Many times.
Time to.
Sometimes each other.
And this is the hunter speaking. He says, I've never hunted
Oh no!
sentience.
Sentience?
So,
I knew it. I fucking. When you said I've never hunted, I was like, it's us.
so,
Ah, fuck! We're the hunted! Okay, sort of, maybe.
so he says, if I'm allowed to pursue you,
Mm-hmm.
you can have my vote. Now, I would need. I won't kill all of you, and the deal would
How
be that
generous.
the deal
Nose
would
goats.
the deal would be that you cannot kill me.
What?
Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
If you're hunting us, we can't fight back?
You can fight back. I'm not saying don't.
So then when will
I'm
we
saying-
know you will yield?
So
When
is
I
this like
yield.
an arm wrestling contest?
No, I will come for you until I'm done.
And this is
Sounds fucking weird.
Imrion, right?
That
Wait.
was
I was like, what,
This is
what
this
happens
is-
if we
Or is
accidentally
this
kill you?
Chalice?
This is Imrian, the hunter.
Okay.
So, but
See, what
you're
happens if we
I have-
accidentally kill you? We're not gonna try to kill
Well, I
you.
suppose that I lose. I'm just
Yeah.
bad things happen to people who would go against this type of deal.
So how do we do this? Do you vote for us here and then later on you hunt us somewhere? Or like,
Absolutely. When you're unsuspecting and you have to live with me over your shoulder
Surprise.
in perpetuity, as your vote would be.
Absolutely.
Done.
No,
it's
absolutely
like,
not.
What?
No.
It's like,
Okay,
let,
in
let's,
the worlds of absolutely nots, this is pretty light.
oh,
Speaking
And
by
he like
day.
sees the discomfort and he goes, I won't do it while you're sleeping, that's no fun.
I mean, I assume
I would do it when you're
that
ready.
honestly has
Insight.
crossed my
Honestly,
mind.
is he fucking lying?
Go ahead and roll. I'm gonna roll as well.
Ah. Ooh, bad. 14.
14. You glean that this is a game to him, and he means it. You
It's
are
honorable.
You are unaware of whether or not that means he will honor that. When he says you are sleeping, does he mean you? Does he mean all of you? Does he mean some of you? But he says, I will do it while you're sleeping. Don't be ridiculous. And it's really hard to gauge what he means by that.
So I'll step up to him. Should we set some ground rules then?
I thought I just did.
Only when you're sleeping, but I'll repeat back to you. What do you mean? When we're all sleeping all at once?
I think
or
that
when
we're
I'm just gonna
not
rattle it back
gonna
to you?
agree to this one.
Or maybe
This
we
is-
just
this
don't
sounds like
agree
a no
to
for me,
this.
dog.
That's a no
I
for
know
me.
what the party's doing.
Absolutely fucking
That's
no.
gonna be no for me, dog.
Well, we get a vote. We get out of this fucking whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah, you die, you come back.
Can't you just zap me here literally whenever?
I
Easy
can
for you to
literally
say.
Zap us out of here whenever, but this is part of. This is her fucking core.
No, I know.
Like I am not gonna just.
And that's
us out
not
of
me.
here.
Me, the player, is definitely like, we should finish this. But I'm just like, what do you? No.
Do you want to go home? Like, give me the fucking amulet. You figure it out.
I don't. Shut up.
Actually, I don't need this shit. I can do it myself. I can do it right now.
I suppose I don't have to hunt all of you. I can.
But Duke might actually be into it.
No. Oh,
Is the only person that is not here right now.
all right.
Kids.
He's not gonna answer.
Kill
Oh
him.
my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
Conditional.
fucking-
Don't no
So-
We
no.
cannot sign Batuka, but
He's drunk.
oh
right now.
my.
Not a few.
Just one.
Just one.
What are you saying? Oh, gross. The eye.
Ain't no fucking way he went to bed at 7 o'clock.
He's not in the central time zone.
He is in the Eastern time zone.
8 o'clock.
It is 9:30 right now, so it'd be 10:30.
It's 9:30 right now?
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I was looking at when his bubble was last seen on the chat.
Yeah.
Just
This
one.
will
This
get
will
it
get it
done.
done.
He doesn't. It can be you, Farmer Dan.
Bro, I don't come back to
It
life.
can be.
It should be
can
sad.
It should be Zadius.
Yes.
Zaddies will never agree to it.
There's a 0% chance that Zaddius is like, yeah, let's do it, bro. Fuck you.
Okay,
No chance.
He would
if there's
absolutely never
anybody
agree.
who would agree to it, the number one is Batuk.
Yes.
Number 2 is
You think it's that?
Number 2 is also
Atosh.
Batuk. Number 3 is Atosh. So if it's just Atosh, if you want to sign up for the solo,
Oh, fucking time out. Why am I being set up? What?
because
I said,
you're on board
who
for
would
it.
agree with this? And
Because
I'm
I'm
like,
what?
but
Because you're on board for it, and we're
I'm on
not.
board for it? I have not said. I was just trying to establish some ground rules.
It's like, well,
So
it's like you're discussing it. It's not a hard no from you.
In exchange for a vote, but it's just you. He's seen the message. Let's go. Okay. Do you agree to be
Wait,
hunted by
wait.
a fae in exchange
Wait.
for a vote? But it's
You
just you.
said-
Okay, yeah.
Wait, he said he was gonna hunt us. But
Yeah.
then at the end he said he was gonna come back for me. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Marriage.
If that, so.
What did you say?
I may have
You know,
misspoken. He is saying that he wants to hunt someone, a person.
Yeah.
He
Oh, we can
wants
get you a
he
person.
wants a game. No,
Oh,
he
so
wants
I
somebody
would-
that will be. It's nobody. He is the hunter. He
No.
doesn't want to go shoot a squirrel. He wants
No.
to go.
Fucking
Hold
give
on,
him,
hold
give him medvet. Give him fucking,
We give him fucking
That's not,
Talek.
that's not
Talek.
hunting. That's assassination.
No, it's fucking.
Okay, what's the difference? What's the difference?
One knows it's coming.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the deer doesn't know I'm about to blow his head off
Sending.
with a 30
Hey,
ounce stick.
he's gonna hunt
That's
you.
not how that works. Now
Now he knows.
we're talking about
He's trying to
definition.
make a game out of it, not actually hunt something. He wants a game of hunting.
What does,
Okay,
what does Medvac have that's valuable that he could want?
I don't know.
I will let you know now. He doesn't want to hunt anyone else. He wants to
Yeah,
hunt.
we were trying to pawn off it.
But
You
man,
can't pawn off a Fey deal to someone else.
Sure
It's
we
your Fey
could.
deal.
Sure we could.
Okay.
We tried hard
No,
enough.
you can't.
sure we could.
That's the only way to get the vote. No ifs, ands, or buts. No other.
Hey,
No other.
He's saying he'll give you the vote right now if you say yes.
it's like
And there's
Uh,
nothing
honestly,
else he wants.
hunting Hold would
Right
be
now, no.
so
he's
much
letting you
fun.
decide.
I feel
You-
like
you
he
would have
get
a
his ass
blast
kicked.
hunting
I
Hold.
feel like Hold would take him to fucking town.
You would have so much fun hunting Holg.
Oh, if I had like
Hold?
a summon person or some
What's that
fucking spell like that.
That's
Hold your hey,
New's,
buddy,
Farmer
question.
Uncle's-
Oh yes.
Yeah, he would have so much fun hunting Holg.
I thought we couldn't.
But he's
pawn.
looking to hunt
We can't.
you.
Yeah, he wants.
Yeah, but
us.
why would you want us when you can have something better?
I guess if I'm successful in my hunt of you, then I'll know that I can go on to the next hunt with him.
This is weird.
How do you know?
Well,
This
this,
is
how
isn't
do
a
you
2
win?
for 1 deal.
How do I win? You die. One of you,
No,
whoever
how do we
agrees.
win?
So if
How
you
you
win,
I
we
submit.
die. If we win, you live, but you just yield.
Correct.
That's not fair.
When is
Because
a-
Okay.
one is
when
death.
is a hunt fair?
When is a hunt fair? This is not a hunt. This is a deal of a hunt.
Correct. This is
Ah.
a deal to make a hunt.
Shush. No.
Okay.
No.
Hold on. Side note.
Let's do it this way. I can kill of you. If I yield ever, the hunt is over.
Kill of you? What's that?
He's looking at the group of you. So he's saying you're all on the table to hunt. But you can't kill me. I get to yield. If I yield, the hunt's over and you win.
And you'll leave us all alone. See? He didn't say yes.
He
He,
didn't
just
say
did
yes.
the nod. That's
I
fucking
can say
weird.
Yes. Yes. I will leave you all alone.
Where's your fingers? Are they crossed?
They're not crossed.
If we make you yield once,
I
you
will
will leave
leave
us
you
all
all
alone in perpetuity.
As is your vote.
Hmm.
Why don't we just take him on in an open field and just
That's not how that will work.
office him? We'll dangle a marshmallow or something to get you here.
I'm glad you
And
think that the hunt would
marshmallows
be
or
successful.
What?
I'm glad you think that you would be successful.
We face down a lot of different things.
I believe that.
But
That's
you
why
just
I'm
said,
looking for it.
You just gave us compliments, so now you just insult us?
There's a reason why I'd be interested in the hunt at all.
Because we are
Because your
potentially
name is the
successful.
Hunter?
because you look to be successful.
Yeah.
How many dragons have you killed?
Yo, you want to hunt a dragon?
Someone else's turn.
It's like it's like, hey, what if we're just like those tour guides that you can hire in Africa that help you kill a rhino? It's just like, hey, we're a tour guide that helps you go kill a dragon.
As she says, how many dragons have you killed? There's like a chuckle amongst the three of them, as once again, dragons are pets to these creatures. And they're like, why would I? He essentially gives the why would I hunt a dog? Like, we use those for hunting, not hunt them.
Dragons are sentient. What the fuck?
It's like dragons are more intelligent than I am.
So are dogs.
Yeah.
Hey, dogs are smarter than me.
True, especially in the beast.
We don't talk about beastland dogs.
The deal is,
Uh,
I hunt you. If I yield, I leave you all alone.
I think we're getting sidetracked, gang.
It's like,
yeah. Bad
You are being sidetracked. I thought you were trying to gather these votes.
We
Yeah,
are.
we
yes,
are.
we are.
Um,
It's like my other side note would be any stipulation about like if you kill one, your hunt is over, and also, guys, as long as they don't kill exactly me, you can just kind of bring it back. It'd be like that. Death is temporary.
He heard you, and there's a
No.
big grin.
Thank you.
Oh shit.
What are you grinning?
I heard what you said.
Okay, and what do you say to that?
Could I have made a roll to like say that quietly?
I don't think anything is said
Yes,
quietly
but-
here.
So,
He probably has the best hearing on Earth.
he's the hunter.
The only
Okay.
person in this room with a higher passive perception than me.
I don't know that he's that high. I rolled a 16, and I want to say his. I mean, it's got to be at least a 16. It's got to be so like plus 16.
Yeah, there's nothing I can add that makes it matter.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I also, you guys have been able to walk away from and rejoin the pedestals as you've been going. And this doesn't even necessarily 100% get you there. You would then need to somewhat convince your lace or fully convince Sienna. Deal's on the table.
Let's talk about what else would get this deal done. So clearly you are a man of many interests.
I can't in good conscience go against my friend here. And he gestures towards the Mad Lord without something that I would gain myself. I am interested in what I've said. And if you'd like to move the needle elsewhere, you get to bring his vote.
So I guess where is this
And
else?
so for what it's worth, present time, you have both Spring Court is almost convinced Drew Lace is a hard no.
Yeah.
So you can go about it in a couple different ways. Number one, you can try to move Drew Lace without the Sealy vote going forward anymore. Number two, you can convince Imrian with, feel free to counter offer in some way for that hunt offer, and then convince Sienna. Or Sienna. No, I'm right, Sienna.
So do we need both Sienna and Imrian to be a hard yes to get it done?
Or
If-
moving Jorlace without so moving Jorlace means that you're foregoing Cement Celia as your win condition. I can't guarantee it. You know what I mean? Now we've
Yeah.
altered because the divination is these are the people who will vote for you if you're going that route, right? So that answer doesn't necessarily work anymore. It may work, but you guys just said you're wanting to fight things in D&D. This
Yeah.
guy's just gonna fight you when you don't want him to.
It's like,
seems fine to me.
it's like what's going to happen is we're gonna go fight Medvec or Talik or whatever. We're gonna be fucking beat to hell, and then he's gonna show up as like hunting time.
That's not how hunters would want to do it. He wants to hunt you when you're at your best. He's
Let's
looking-
just be never at our fucking best.
Damn, hey, well, bad news. I'm always down a hit die.
Never
Which means
forget.
that is your new best.
Well, in theory, I could not be down a hit die at some point,
Sure.
In theory.
which would make it a new best. And frankly, I'm improving every day. So, am I ever really at my best?
Feel free to counter offer.
It's like it's like, is that the only thing aside, like you're interested
So-
in the Sealy and the hunt?
He's interested. His interests, yes, are the Sealy and interest in the material plane, specifically the hunt of the material. But the creatures as game in the material plane aren't exactly exciting compared to the Fae. So he's saying there is an exciting prey. I can hunt you. You can add additional rules on when he is allowed, if that makes sense. So like, fine, game on, but only from noon to 1. You know what I mean? You can
It's like-
you can
Like
be,
collection calls.
It's like
you can be like, fine, but only 1 day a year, so I'm ready for you. Like that's acceptable.
hunting day. I love it.
Hunting
Yeah,
day.
you can do
The
that.
purge.
Fuck. Okay.
Bro, I love hunting day.
I'm gonna message you. I can magic my way out of this.
Bro, we got messaging back.
Just fucking force
Bro.
page for a day. Put myself in a pocket dimension for a day.
Bro, we've got the hammock that sends us to a demi-plane for a day.
We go to the hammock. Whatever.
We've never
That
used
is
that
that
hammock.
is a demi-plane.
Okay, so who wants to be the guy for a day? Wins the day.
You're not even gonna give me a week. That seems unfair.
Unfair.
I
One
mean,
week.
you
1 week a year. There's plenty of weeks in the year, and I get
It's
one
like-
of them.
It's like you.
And it sounds like you were trying to say one of you. It can be all of you. I will still only kill one too.
Oh no.
And after you kill one,
Then the
Then-
hunt is over.
then-
I've
then
won,
the
and
hunt is-
frankly, this is boring to me.
okay. Give him a weekend.
Give him a weekend?
Oh, yeah.
3 days.
You get a long weekend.
3 days,
3 days.
and I hunt all of you, or only one.
I'm not. No.
I don't want to volunteer a person who wasn't
Felix
here.
the unbending.
Duke would be
The
so
Batook is so
fucking down.
fucking down. Like, and I am totally fine with saying Batook would say yes because there's not a doubt in my mind that Batook would say yes.
Cats
he
would
would
say yes.
It's like
definitely finagle
if
the verbiage,
like if
but
Katz
yeah.
comes back, he's like, no, I would say no. I like.
Wait,
If
hold on.
Cats
That-
come back
that's
and
the
says
end
no,
of it,
you can put it on me. How about that?
If I kill his PC, it's on you.
Now there's
Sure.
a Fae deal.
It's like, can we just draw the out of game line? Just like, if Katz shows up, he's like, yeah, I would never fucking agree to that. Just like, you just don't kill cats. It's like we just draw that out of game line. It's like he just could not agree to it because he physically wasn't here.
No, I get it. I do agree that he would be very likely to accept. I would say if he's only able to hunt one person, he does want the entirety of the week.
Entirety of the week.
And you will only kill the one person, the one time. Fine.
Okay. Yeah.
You
So,
can only
Batook.
And we can't help.
Of course
Oh
not.
yeah, yeah. We can do
So
whatever.
we could
No,
jump in
you
if we
cannot
need.
help. If you want to be part of the hunt, then you're part of the hunt.
We can't jump in if we start seeing him fight.
No. You're not part of the hunt.
Out of game or else what?
You don't know.
Oh shit. I don't know. Anything that follows I don't know
This
is Fae
is-
shit. I'm like,
This is the hunter, the prince of the spring court. He's not a nobody fae in this court.
mhm.
And I'm pretty sure that the spring court is.
Maybe we just make it all of us, and we can do this. Make it all of us. All of us for a weekend. Come on.
No, it's all of us for a day.
All of us for a day? Yeah, sure.
You get the Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
What the fuck? When's Thanksgiving in this world?
You get the Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
Is that something Felix will ever do?
Just a day, bro.
Felix,
a day.
Felix the unbending.
Absolutely not.
Felix, a fucking day.
We will
I
pay
can
to
imagine
put
the
you
fuck out of this.
in
No.
the thickest vault known to man for that one day.
What do you?
No.
You will be safe.
What do you mean no?
He-
Do I need to
he's
bring
not-
out the basement again?
Okay, okay. Here's the thing: if you just sit down on the ground and refuse, he's not gonna have fun with that. Therefore,
I'm not going to agree to it to start with, so that's not a problem.
Does Felix go meet your god? Oh my god! Why not? Okay, fuck it. Everybody else
Because
but
that's fucking
Felix.
terrifying.
It's-
No, thank you.
It's freaking 6-on-1.
No. I mean, you guys can. I'm not going to stop you guys. I think it's a bad idea, though.
In the world of wild shit we've done, this is still pretty tame. IMO.
I know it's completely different. What are you talking about?
Elaborate.
Elaborate. We're negotiating to be hunted to death.
you get
Just
from
one person did that.
yeah.
This is a lot different than when we fight shit trying to kill us or trying to kill other
I mean,
people.
it's not really. It's like every time we start a fight, it's like we have negotiated a contract that somebody is going to die here.
What?
Every time we start a fight,
Uh-huh.
we have decided.
I have never decided, actually.
You've joined.
I've defended my friends and those who need, as I always have, and sometimes people have died, and I've always felt like shit about it, haven't I? I am not interested in being hunted, and I don't think you guys should be either. This is really fucked up.
Welcome to politics, baby.
It's like, that's what we need.
So we offer up 5 tall boys.
I mean, I don't think you should,
I think it's
but...
4 because Thaddeus is also out.
Oh, Zaddy said...
yeah.
Zaddy said...
Oh, yeah,
He
That
said,
is
he
what
said
it is.
no, I have a job to do,
Yeah.
Okay.
and he does.
He gets from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. for 3 business days.
Why, don't ask me. I think you shouldn't do it.
If there's only 4 of you, I get 3 days.
Roll out 6 hours a day for sleep.
Are you sure you can even magic yourself back alive?
Oh no, I would die. Well, I probably can magic myself.
Listen,
Magic is magic.
Okay,
it's
you're
crazy
being-
what magic can do
you're
these
being
days.
very literal, that's fair. If you kill them, kill one of them. Not me, because I'm not involved. Can they use magic to resurrect or whatever magic does? Or are they just fucking dead?
I don't know, probably.
I don't know, probably. Okay, that's a better answer than I expected, I'm gonna be honest.
Killing one person once.
No, thank you. That's a bad idea. Daddy has got killed once,
Just trying to do the most
Remember?
interesting game.
and now he's a fucking corpse.
No collateral damage.
What would be collateral damage? I'm hunting you all.
Yeah, but like if there's like, say, family around, they're off limits.
Why would you? Of course.
You say these things so that they don't.
I respect that. I truly do.
Yeah.
I am simply stating. Sounds like 4 of you. I get 3 days. I hunt once a year for those 3 days.
See,
You can even pick the days. It can be
It's like
It can
we
be
set the we set the days-
353 days from now that the timer will start, and it'll be every year henceforth.
We get a postcard the week
until
before.
I kill or you or yield.
If you don't send a reminder, it doesn't count.
The
True.
reminder is this whole conversation.
I wouldn't have said that in game, but yes.
I know.
Yeah.
Yo, it's like, I need a postcard, fam.
This is.
It's like saying my
a bad
dentist
idea.
appointment's next week.
This is an awesome idea.
Yeah. No, game-wise, very good idea. This is very cool.
Alright, so I guess we hit the
Felix
questions
has been
of
unknowingly paying a hag to protect his mother from a specter of death. Like, what the fuck do you think he thinks about this?
Atosh.
Yeah. What?
You in?
We do like the.
Elysian. You in?
I guess.
The two.
No.
She's always in.
He's already writing in his journal.
He's like, your name was the hunter? Question mark.
How long
some
does
random
this
notes.
go on though? Until one of us is killed?
Until
Until one of you dies, he yields. That's it.
And then it's forever done. Cool.
He nodded his
But
yes.
if he if for those 3 days, neither he gets a kill nor he yields.
Next year.
Next year it comes back, baby.
Yeah.
So the deal ends as soon as one of us dies.
No,
Or
as soon as I kill one of
Or he yields.
you, or I yield. Not when you die.
How do we know you'll yield? Is that when you're like almost dead?
I will say I yield.
Okay.
By
I don't
my
know
own
what you signed
volition.
yourselves
Did
up
he just
for.
say
but
the
I'll-
hunt's not over when you're dead? What the fuck?
I'll pay for these
Did I
consequences
hear that
later in my
wrong?
life.
He's saying if you go and die on your own, I get to hunt the rest of you.
Okay.
Oh, and that was 100% my plan. It's like, all right, we're just gonna beat somebody to death with clubs or something, and then we're gonna bring him back.
Jesus Christ. And I'm the fucked up one around here in this circle.
No, absolutely not. It's always been Dan. What are you fucking talking about?
We just
Is
like
this a deal?
it's like rock paper scissors for who has to die.
I mean, it's up to you guys because this is a bad idea.
Somebody says the word.
I like how neither of you want to be the one to agree.
We all four said it. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Fuck it.
Okay.
So, by that, what we're going to do is he is going to assist you
It's like we're
in
gonna.
convincing Sienna, who's already mostly convinced.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't care about the Ilseely or Seelie emotion. So, you have in fact, you believe, the votes to establish yourselves as the court at this time. You believe you have spring, dawn, fall,
Day.
winter, day.
Yeah.
So, all that's left is the formality of people stepping off of their platform and allowing you to take it. While they have essentially made the promise to you, it does seem like none of them want to go first, save for Winter, who have already done it. So, you begin the process. Somebody steps onto the Winter court. They step off. Where do you go next? Day, dawn,
I believe
spring?
we should go to like day next.
And-
like,
and-
like fall
and who
should be
is-
like the last one.
And who is standing on Winter?
Paul literally said she'll be the last one initially.
Oh, fall says it should be the last. Yeah, sorry. What did I say? Day? Oh, whatever.
I'm not sure what you said, but
I think I said fall would be the last one because she's like, if you have the votes and I'm the deciding, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll stand on winter.
Okay. And then who goes where next?
I think we all have to take a spot on the platform for this,
Yep.
guys.
sure.
And with one extra. Because you have 6.
With one extra.
So what one do you want to stand on, Felix?
Where'd you say you were going?
I'm on winter.
You're on
I
winter?
started the process.
I guess I will go to spring. I mean, not spring. I meant day.
Okay. You're probably the only one that they wouldn't move because the reason why they're getting it at all is because of the hunt, and you're the one person that's like absolutely the fuck
Yeah,
not.
yeah. I definitely
So-
did not mean spring. I
Yeah.
got my colors mixed up.
So you can go to day.
I meant
and-
yellow.
Yeah, you can go to day, and Silrina looks to you,
Mm-hmm.
looks at the people that are on the platform with her, tells them to move, and then
Oh.
and looks at the rest of the court, and you meet her gaze, and she looks to you and she says, "Once they move, I will move, and fall will follow." And but she does push everyone, like, end conversations very swiftly, and gets people off at the platforms, but she invites you up onto the platform, and
Okay.
as people are like making their way to the different platforms, she says, "I simply can't dethrone myself from the court while they are on there." And she says that looking across to, there are princes and lords that are holding, and she's like, "I can't go first."
Yeah.
But she's saying, "There's another queen can do it."
That's fair.
But she does invite you up. Who next goes to? Who's going to spring?
One of us being hunted needs to go to spring.
I'll go to spring.
Okay. And you're invited up, and they do step aside and allow you to take the pedestal. Who goes to dawn? Is that it could be Batuk or Zadius as well.
Sure, let's
Batuk.
Batuk.
And then
He's great at politics.
so now what we've seen is 3 of the Court of Stars are standing on 3 of the platforms. As the third steps on top, Silrina looks at Rose, looks at you and says, "Well, good luck," and she hops off the platform.
Oh, okay.
And all eyes shift over to you,
Maybe I should
and
ask how this works.
heading to the fall court stands there Rose. And you step onto the platform with her, and she says, "I'm surprised you even trusted it. I could have just ruined the whole thing and left. And you would have failed." And she says that and steps down. And upon stepping down, you have cemented the 5.
They're relinquishing their stage, essentially.
Right.
They're both- Oh, okay. that's
Right.
what
So
it was saying.
yes. So in order
That's
to
cool.
establish a brand new court, it needs to
Uh-huh.
be voted on in this way, and symbolically,
I like that. The symbolism.
symbolically, they're saying this is an established
Fire.
court, and I agree.
Yeah.
And so, the Court of Stars is in fact formed.
Yes!
Brr, brr, brr.
We fucking did it.
Bro, we
Now
didn't
it's
even have
just-
to make any shitty
it's
deals
just-
or anything.
Very,
A few days a year might be a little sketchy.
Yeah. It's
very
like-
swiftly, Cirilla
Okay.
takes back her spot with you
Uh-huh.
and calls
Serena?
Serena.
So okay, I was like,
Day.
who's Cirilla?
The-
The fuck?
Calls for a very swift vote and says that she believes that there are methods in which we will establish the Sealy. And you see just vehement anger from Dorian, from Jorlaeus.
Can I catch Dorian's eye?
Mm-hmm.
And I whisper in his mind, divine that, bitch.
And they call an immediate vote to cement
That
the
felt
Sealy.
good. That's worth the 3 days maybe being killed. Right there.
She votes yes. The day has voted yes. The dawn has voted yes.
Okay.
There's a pause. You all vote yes or no.
No, we said we would.
Yes.
We said we would.
You all vote yes.
Isn't this like her job?
Well, I mean,
It's
like
it's
she-
not our choice, right?
It's
'Cause
not
she's
our
the-
call at the
she
end of the
can
day. If she
veto
wants
us.
to rug pull everybody, you can rug pull everybody. But
True enough. Are you allowing this believed vote to go through? Where
I'm
would-
surprised you
would
even
establish
trusted
this?
me.
You didn't even choose me. I could have done the whole thing, but you didn't.
I
Now-
did.
now you're in court.
I did ask on the onset whether or not this was the thing. So
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
voting the Sealy Court in. I just didn't know if that was like her role playing thing to do because she's the queen.
technically it is.
Yeah, it's like
Because she's
But
the ranking.
Do you foresee any issues with, or reason why you would
And Rose
not allow for this?
catches her eye.
Do I hear that?
He has ceremony prepared. He has ceremony.
Do I hear
Let's
that?
fucking go.
Probably.
Wildly lesbian.
Uh-huh.
And we're all listening on this now. A friend of mine's like wildly lesbian. You know how in Venmo, if it's public, you can see like what they paid and like not really
Yeah.
what it was, but you can see like the
Emojis.
Yeah.
emojis or a comment.
Mhm.
It said Sesame Timbers.
Sesame Timbers.
And I clicked on it like we should pay. It was a haircut.
So,
I was like, goddamn.
do you vote to establish the Sealy?
Yes.
Okay. So they have 1 with Dawn, 2 with Day, 3 with you, a 4th with Spring. And you're looking at Rose.
Ooh. Not our
She
fault.
doesn't move.
Not our fault.
There's no vote at all for the Sealy to be established. She wasn't interested. She didn't want it. She didn't care.
Then what did she
And
want? She wanted you.
you
Yeah.
look. There's 2 things that happen. You look as the power shifts from eyes looking at Sarissa as the vote ends.
So
There was a very long pause between the end of the vote. Sarissa was not trying to yield her power and make the Sealy happen.
Yeah.
7 of 9 courts look now at fall and summer, knowing there must be something between them that is allowing for this to happen. And there was a power grab that others hadn't seen for the Sealy. Because either of them could have made the vote.
mm-hmm.
Neither did.
Okay. Recap.
Let's get the fuck out of here, dang.
Ding.
We gotta skedaddle.
No, watch the
skedaddle.
conference call minus Dan. Hey, look at this.
Flintstone
You
sound
hear me like
effects.
chuckling in your head. I'm like, look at this. We got what we wanted, and they didn't. Sort of.
Boom roasted.
But like 3 days of the year.
So, could we also say that we had gone over the specifics of when those days were?
Yes.
Yeah.
They will happen within campaign, is really what's significant. And if not, it's a goddamn good one shot.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh
'cause-
fuck, that's a good one shot.
yeah, it's like, because my intention was it happens far away as possible, solely so that he's like, alright, I have until then to kill Talik to figure out this sword thing, because I think that will work.
It's
If-
fair.
Yeah.
So-
that is
One
a very
more level.
specific thought that Dan has, and he wants to make sure that happens first.
You notice that 3 of 4 of the people that would have made themselves Sealy Court got an extra vote to try to secure it. Because they had 3, not Summer, you voted for 4th. And if either of them would have done it. And there is more animosity
Mm-hmm.
than towards you from Dorian. There is a seething glare
From Dorian to me.
from Dorian to the Summer Court.
Oh.
Ooh.
As he's
Fuck
realizing quickly 2 things. Number 1, there's likely something going on between summer and fall that makes it so that the Sealy Court, the unsealy Court, like won't be established. Like there must be something.
Mm-hmm.
We have so many people that want this, and it keeps not happening. There
Yeah.
must be something. And then the glares at the fall, knowing that she took this upon herself to essentially cement herself as a deciding vote. Consistently. You guys have succeeded, but at what cost? In establishing the Court of Stars.
Yeah, but Dabba Deuce is
Wow. Fuck sakes. This fate.
That will end the session.
This place is fucking beat. Let's get.
It's like, let's get the fuck out of here. The clock to kill Talek starts now. That is the only priority.
Oh god.
Dan is one-track mind again.
And I'm gonna hit enter.
Your place is wonderful. You have wonderful people, and I need to know about these fucking shackles. We need to keep Ross on speed dial.
Yeah.
You might.
You want her on speed dial for other things.
What the fuck does that mean?
Scissor meets Edwards.